Hey everyone, we're gonna finish up today with Valhalla. I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Mega New Year. Like usual, I just gotta put out the link, and then we'll be good to go. So just give me a few minutes. When did I take my tea out of the microwave? I guess it doesn't super matter. We'll just do 3 minutes from now, so 5:12. Alright, so we should be all set. Let me just go ahead and get chat up on my phone so I can see it while I'm playing, and then we'll be all good. And maybe by then, it'll be time for my tea to be done. Either, I guess. Let's see. Twitch. Live. Manager. Chat. Alright. So let's get going. Merry Mega Christmas! Let us celebrate Santa's resurrection as the Mega Santa that saved Christmas from the Redmonds. A party then? I'll bring you leftovers. Good evening. Jill! I told you to come in the nicest clothes you have. You came in your uniform. These are the nicest clothes I have with me. Besides, you and Gil are in your uniforms too. Well, I can't really show up in casual clothing. I'm being monitored. What about the kilt you wore that one time? I'm still surprised that one didn't break the dress code somehow. And you, Gil? I don't have that many clothes to begin with. You people depress me. Well, everything's in place back there. Ah, Alma's here. You know, there was a time when people greeted others before saying stuff like that. Come on, Jill, greet her properly. Welcome to Valhalla. Wait. Man, if that's not a sign that you need to ease up on the work, I don't know what is. Shut up, it's become a reflex. Wait, Alma also came in her usual attire. Why aren't you saying anything to her? Ribbed sweaters get a free pass. Also very true. Why? Silly question, never mind. Jamie came earlier too. The dogs went with him to get some ice. Don't we have ice? Trying to take it out of the bartending station is a chore, so it's better to just buy some outside. Huh. What were you doing back there, Alma? Setting up the food warmer. The what? I bought it 3 days ago. It's amazing. It looks like it's just a set of wires, but you can create a frame with them. Put the food inside, press a button, and watch as it warms the food up just like a microwave. It's an infomercial bauble, though. Really useful, but tricky to handle at the same time. One wrong move, and we'll be out of food for the night. Everything will be scorched in a second. Oh. So you've bought infomercial... So you've bought infomercial stuff too. There we go. Haven't you? It's at the very least a good idea for gifts. Well... Dynamic entry! Finally, at least somebody came after me. Is it weird that I've already heard that 3 times in the last hour? Oh, don't be like that. She's not saying it out of malice or anything. She just found it funny. Hey, Healed. You're taking her side now? Jealous? You wish. You don't need to fight for me. We're not. I'll go check the microwave wires thingy. I'm starting to get hungry. Great idea. Back. Oh. Ah, hello, Jill. Soldier, you're late. 1 second, chat. Sorry about that. My family just got home, so I just had to make sure they knew where I was and everything. Oh, also I had to turn on all the Christmas lights. He is definitely done now. Ah, shit. Right? Thanks. How's your day so far today? Did you just wake up and start dinner or something? To wake up at 1 for a phone call. That's never fun. It's about a job, though, so that's good. Did it go well? I ask, never being able to tell if it went well or not when I get them. Hey, Jay. See? That's how you greet people. You shut it. I'll go help, I'll go help Sweater Pups. Something wrong? She's not good with dogs. Oh. Alright, we're all here so we can start. Yo, Anchorage. Alma. I know what I said. How's the food doing? It's doing well, but it'll take a bit. Can't you speed it up? I've used those microwave wire things before. It's either warm nicely, but slowly, or burn that bitch. So how long? 15 minutes or so. A bell will ring when the time comes. We need to kill some time then. Alright, let's play Truth or Dare. What? I'll pass. Games are for kids. I'm in. Sure, I'll play. Sounds fun. As long as that mutt stays away from me. That'll make the time pass faster. I'll you'll play. Alright then, rules are simple. If you get picked, you pick either Truth or Dare. After you finish, you get to pick somebody else. We go like that until food's done. So Healed, since I think you're the only one here so far, is there anybody you want me to Truth or Dare? I was basically guaranteed the job before I even signed up, to be fair, but the paperwork was fucked up and I couldn't change my ad. Yeah, that's fair enough. The dog, do you want me to Truth or Dare him? I don't think I've ever picked the dog. I don't really like Brad Sheba. Truth, okay. What about punishment games? Those are a hassle. Just issue new questions or challenges until the other person complies. That said, Jill. Yes? You start. Pick someone. Oh, let's see. Okay, then dog. Yes. I dare you to go out and stay there. That's easy. And that's one problem less. Well, why don't you continue in the dog's place, Dorothy? Alright. Fucking get owned, I guess. I dare you, Dana, to pick up Honey and carry her like a bride. Alright. Wait, what? Come on, Jill, get up. You're welcome. Oh, shut up. Okay then, Jill. Yes? Truth or Dare? Dare. I want you to say... Yes. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Eh? It's a tongue twister. Say it. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Faster! How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Eh. You make it seem so easy. How can a clam... Damn. How can a clam cram in a cream... Ah! How can a cram... Oops. Wait, Lilum get confused by tongue twisters? Boss. Yeah? You can drop me now. Oh, right. I wonder how long until the food is done. I want to do Alma, because she isn't gone yet. Alright then, Alma. I'll pick Truth. What's the most embarrassing thing that has happened to your arms? Well... There was this one time when I got mugged on the street, so I kinda threw my hand at the thief to knock him out. Threw? I think it's what you usually call a rocket punch. Almost the perfect woman. I love her so much. So you didn't throw it so much as it propelled itself towards the thief. Yeah. And how is that embarrassing? It was just so cartoony, it's a bit embarrassing. It's a bit impractical too, the hand has a startup time after reattachment. Yeah, but why add such a function? Why wouldn't you add such a function? Exactly! See? Dana gets it! Well... because... Boss, don't tell me your arm can also... This hand of mine is awesome! Fuck yeah. My turn then. I'll pick Lorenzo, Gillian, Casemiro. Truth or Dare? Uh, truth. I like that it says Casemiro in the bottom right. How do you manage to keep that stubble of yours at the same length all the time? How do I... Huh? I mean, no matter when I come here, whether it's 3 AM on a weekday or in the afternoon on Sunday, you always have the same 3-day beard. It never gets any longer, but you also never shave. How the hell do you do that? Well... That's a good question, really. Now that I think about it, I do shave, but I use an electric razor and set it quite low, so... You're not saying something, but whatever. Anyways, Chief, truth or dare? Let's go with truth. This is something I've been meaning to ask for a long time. Why is the bar called Valhalla if your designation is Va11? Shouldn't it be Va1? It was going to be that. When I applied for a bar owner certification through the BDC, Brian told me I would have the VA1 code. But then came this one guy and he pulled some strings to get a certification faster. He took my position and I told Brian to hold off until the VA11 code became available. This bar remained closed for 5 months longer than it should have. What kind of monster takes the chance for a pun from someone? Right. Now I need something to cheer myself up. Hey Jill, I dare you to make this glass talk. Jill? Oi, what you looking at, mate? I'ma hook you in the gabba. Wow, you actually did it. Just this once. Why that accent, though? I don't know. I'm getting hungry. Let's do Dorothy. Okay then, Dorothy. Dare! Yeah, shocker. Do something freaky, she says. At least Lily's asleep. She won't see it with her pure virgin eyes. Just finishing my first glass of water. Hold up. I guess we'll leave that on the coaster, because it's better to have the fucking water from the condensation. Bad choice of words. Like removing my head. Removing your... Because I can remove my head with no problem. Do you want me to remove my head? I'll pass. I take your word for it. Anyone want to see that? No. No thank you. I do, but I'm not going to be the party pooper here. Fine. I guess it's my turn now. Hey Dana, what do you pick? I'll pick truth. They picked Dana a shitload of times this time. If you had to marry Honey or John, who would you pick? Probably Jill. Huh? I mean, she's cute, she's smart, and I kinda own Gil anyway, so it's kinda redundant. Speaking of Gil, truth or dare, fuckboy? Pick one for me. Oh, where were you born? I don't really know. It's one of those things I can't remember or was never told about. Strangely, I do remember an early childhood in the Arctic of all places. The Arctic? Huh. Just huh? A bell? Food's ready. Finally! Let's go. You guys go ahead, I'll have a quick smoke outside. Careful. Truth or dare, huh? It was fun, I guess. Hey! Hello. A bit late for the hello, don't you think? Want one? You know I don't smoke. True. Are you leaving already? Yeah, technically we celebrated Mega Christmas yesterday, but I just got a message that Diana is making a ruckus, so I gotta leave. Good luck with that. Speaking of ruckus, how have you been doing? Fine, I guess. All of this has helped me keep my mind off things for a while. Is it weird to feel the absence of someone you had no contact with whatsoever for the last 3 years? Ask Katyusha. Man, I can't fucking pronounce Russian names. Or any of the old literature maidens whose spouse went to war types. I mean, even if you had no contact with her, maybe she was constantly on your mind. If you tweak the circumstances, it's not that different from one of you going to a war. I guess. Well, although the circumstances make me not want to, I've gotta go. Careful out there. Oh yeah, you should take the chance and spend this time with everyone inside, don't you think? Yeah, she's right. Hey, Jill's back! I really like the Truth or Dare segment, it's so much fun. I think almost all of that dialogue was new for the Truth or Dare segment. Well, new to me, you know. I definitely never picked the dog before. Rent is due 10,000. Yeah. You've been using that hoodie a lot lately. Shut up. Yeah, new stuff. Yeah, the Rocket Punch one was definitely new. So was the other G Gundam reference, which makes it like, what, 5? You forgot how to count? Let's see. We've got the Shining Fingered porn service. Which I guess also Streamer Chan brings up a lot. Dana does the Undefeated of the West bit. Then she did this Hand of Mine during the Truth or Dare just now. So I guess it's only 4. But like, one of them got done multiple times. Good evening. Hey Jill, Gil's in the back sorting an ingredient shipment, and I've got things to do. The dog's in charge, okay? Bye! What? Wait, the dog, what? Okay, first order, pet me. No. Pet me. No. I'm in charge, and I want you to pet me. I think this was pretty good yesterday. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey Jay, won't pet you. You'll pet me sooner or later. They all do. Won't. Will. You called? He said Will, not Gil. Ah. Who the hell is Will? Nobody. Don't be rude with poor Will. There's no Will. Do you need me to psych you up then? Shut up. Who? Me or Will? Ah. You go back to whatever you were doing. Alright. And you stand by. Only if you pet me. Go. Fuck just happened? Well, aren't we spirited today? Welcome to Valhalla. Virgilio? Why do you sound so weirded out? You didn't show up with a bombastic soliloquy. Well, putting up an act can be tiring, you know? So it's all an act then? Wasn't it obvious? I guess. Would you mind getting me a Bleeding Jane? Sure. A Bleeding Jane. Yes, this is just the thing. So, tired of putting on an act. Care to explain? It's a long story, and I'd honestly rather not talk about it right now. Fair enough. What made you change your mind, though? Well, for one thing, it's safer for me now. The Pompous Buffoon Act was mostly a way to avoid raising suspicion. Safer? There's a word that's been losing meaning lately. Wait, that was your way of avoiding suspicion? Yeah. You do know how weird that sounds, right? It sounds weird. You try not to raise suspicion, but you act in a bombastic manner that screams you're there. And everyone just dismisses the fool as a buffoon and moves on. Huh? I mean, you might be right if I were talking about hiding myself, but I'm avoiding certain crowds of people. Yes, my behavior might call everyone's attention, but then everyone just decides I'm harmless and disregards me. And depending on how erratic my actions are, I become harder to read. Giving me yet another layer of enigma. Huh. Well, congrats. No offense, but I fell right into your plan. I just dismissed your actions as those of a fool and moved on. You completely fooled me. Thanks. Say, can you give me something spicy? Sure. Here. Aren't you fascinated by spiciness? What's spicy for humans might not be spicy for other animals. Hell, what's toxic for us might not be for other creatures. Do you like spicy things, bartender? I don't mind them, I guess, but I'm not really a fan. That neutral stance is actually weird to come across. Everyone either loves spicy things or hates them with a passion. Do you like it? Lots, not only in regard to painfully spicy things, but also the way mild or slight spice adds to a meal. I've always had this dream of opening a curry stand. As things are, I might actually pursue that dream. Let me know if you do. I haven't had curry in ages now. Hey, bartender. Call me Jill. I wanted to apologize. Huh? You put up with me all this time without lashing out. I should apologize for my behavior, and thank you at that. Chat, how do you feel about spice? I'm a fan. Don't worry, I actually feel like I was too rude to you the last time you came. Granted, you came at a really bad time, but I mean, I should be the one apologizing. You're a client, after all. Well, don't. I'm actually surprised that nobody else had violently lashed out at me yet. You're making me curious as to who you really are, though. Is Virgilio even your real name? It might be, it might not. Sometimes I wonder if I'm a magnet for people who hide their identities in sordid paths. You eat a lot of spicy food? Yeah. That's not really surprising, honestly. Nice. Gil, Jamie, you. Did you say something? Just rambling, pay me no mind. Now that I think about it, how did you find this bar? I was avoiding some chaps and came to this alley. Huh. Again. In my time here, I've heard avoided people and ended up here enough times to make me believe that the original owner built the bar here thinking about the runaway public. You make me sound like a criminal. You're not helping. The expression runaway doesn't just mean people escaping the law, though. We've had people avoiding stalkers or solicitors. I've seen people more shocked by an insistent salesman than a shady figure. Maybe because the salesman is more active predator? I don't know. A troublesome part of the city right near the shopping district. Let them know there's a bar, and they'll come. Sorry, I should stop rambling to myself so much. I don't mind it. Do you think I'm sort of criminal, though? Like I said, you're not helping. But for all I know, you might be the buffoon I've seen the other days. In any case, can I get something bitter here? On it. Sorry, just have to scratch my nose. Bitter drink. Here. This works. Do you like coffee, Miss Bartender? As weird as it may sound from a smoking bartender, no, I don't. Well, I get it. It's not for everyone. That cat boomer the other day. What about her? Still scared of her? Not really, but she looks so familiar. Maybe you're mixing her up with another cat boomer? No, that's not it. It's like the bandage girl last time. Even with the bandages, there was just something really familiar about her. Maybe you need to stop thinking about it. Answers usually come to you when you stop stressing out. You might be right. Well, I leave you for now, bartender. Thanks for everything. Please come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hello, Mr. Detective. And here we are, another mute person walking into the bar. Anything I can get you? Gut punch. Okay. Here. Oh, you got it right. So what's up now? A bit of holiday blues, you could say. So you celebrate Mega Christmas? Why wouldn't I? You looked like more of a Festivus kind of guy. Why does everyone keep saying that? Well, Festivus is a celebration going against the capitalist madness that is Mega Christmas. And you know, cheapskate. Chat, I woke up today and my throat didn't hurt at all, but it's coming back a lot faster than it did yesterday, so just give me a second. That's why I keep taking pauses. If you have something to say it. I'll refrain. Although now that I think about it, holiday blues is not really tied to a specific celebration. Just the season. A season of consumerist craze. Mega Christmas is just a mockery of what the real Christmas once was. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the season has slowly become enslaved to the corporations over time. Holiday spirit can only be manipulated so much. But then came that Turbo Male guy. He started a yearly tradition of dressing up like Santa in the ring. Turbo Male? That can't be his ring name. It is. Really? Such a tacky name was accepted? His partner was Buster Master, and his rival was Dr. Chris Max. Tacky names were not a problem. I mean, I knew there was a wrestler that dressed as Santa every year. I also knew that the guy became insanely popular, and the stunt got out of control. And of course, that's the part everyone sings about. Santa became Nega Santa, thanks to the Redmond family. Mega Santa sees the error of his ways and becomes the mighty Mega Santa, renaming the holiday to Mega Christmas. And then every company jumped on the bandwagon, and Christmas was Mega Christmas before anyone noticed. So you're telling me that the guy who somehow managed to rename the holiday went by the ring name of Turbo Male? Yep. That makes the whole holiday sound like a joke. The holiday is a joke. And you're telling me you don't celebrate Festivus? No, I don't. Do you know what kind of people celebrate Festivus? The kind that's so lame and bland that they can only talk about how they're better because they celebrate Festivus. Like those jerks who only eat newt and think they're better than everyone else. I see. Anything else I can get you? Get me a fringe weaver, will you? Sure. Here. Right, thanks. So any issues with the city lately? What's the word on the street? Shouldn't I be asking you that? There's nothing new, really. The lynchings of white knights stopped, so there's that. Really? Something about the armor. I haven't gotten much on that one yet. All in all, the madness following the attack on the bank seems to have settled down a bit. That's good to hear. Have any other details about the attack emerged yet? All records of whatever happened there have been long deleted. Security cams, system logs, everything was wiped. Whatever happened there, it's become even more of a mystery now. I wonder if Say plans on testifying. Does anyone know if Say went there in the first place? Maybe the wiping of everything actually protects her somehow. Hey bartender, you okay? Sorry, got distracted. There's not much to say, really. There's the odd silly rumor here and there, like the vending machine's tasers malfunctioning and applying more strength, or that the writer of The Last Rain in the World is actually living here as a brain in the jar. But those are the kind of rumors you hear from crackheads. Crackheads might hold that one last piece of info you need, but you also hear crap like that. I see. Anyway, I'm leaving. Happy New Year, bartender. Please come again. Okay then. No, wait, she's out. Gil, you there? Yeah, taking your break? Let me know if someone comes in. Excuse me. I think when we finish the day, I'm gonna need to brew another cup of tea. I will say, though, on Monday, I actually didn't stay mute. I just talked to fucking... I joined a call that Holiday was in, but I wasn't going to talk. I was just going to, you know, listen, basically, because nobody noticed that I joined, which happens way more than you might think. And then she just started saying stuff about me that wasn't true, so unfortunately I had to speak up. things are pretty quiet outside. But yeah, yesterday I didn't talk literally at all. So I think that's probably why my voice felt so much better when I woke up today as opposed to yesterday. Jill! Ah, Miss Kim. Just call me Kim. It sounds weird to be called Miss. You seem to be in a good mood. I got some money on Mega Christmas. Wouldn't you be happy? I guess. What can I get you? I'll have a beer. Okay. I wonder if we can get Kim shit-faced. Here. Thanks. So, how have you been doing? Pretty good, actually. My hair stopped falling out, my appetite's coming back. I hadn't realized just how much the newspaper was weighing on me until I quit. I suddenly stopped feeling defeated. I actually felt like I achieved a victory. Like I got a hold of my own life. So nice to hear. Oh yeah, I'll start bartender training in January too. Huh, really? Yeah, I did some research and it sounded cool. BTC gives you a lot of benefits, so it sounds like a good thing to do for the time being. I don't know if it's what I want to do for the rest of my life, but it's a good start. It'll give me more time to think on the next course of action. A bit of advice, don't go for BTC housing plans unless you absolutely have to. You have to sign a contract for at least 5 years of service, with a cut in pay and tips. I was gonna go for that one, but I backed down a bit at the last minute. How do you back down a bit? Well, I took the chance when the BTC found me an apartment, and instead of signing the BTC contract, I just asked for a regular one. I still have no idea how I got away with that one. I thought those apartments were built by them, or something. Back in England they are. They have their own real estate companies. Apartment complexes where they have the means to give discounted rooms to employees. But in this city, Realty Nua holds an unspoken real estate monopoly. So BTC can't easily offer such promises. Oh. Realty Nua's a bit weird as far as companies go. Their name has become synonymous with quality, a brand built around certain expectations. But the truth is that Realty Nua has done little to no work in the last 10 years or so. Really? I mean, when they started, they managed to sell and build upon plots of land that everybody gave up on. They became a big name as far as real estate goes, but in reality, the company itself has actually done less than you'd think over the years. Most of the time, they're cashing in on their established properties, or letting others work with them. I believe in the last 10 years or so, they've only started around 3 or 4 new projects. And they're all expansions of their already established ones. You seem to know a lot about it. Nah, I've just read a lot about it over time, especially after hearing my landlord ramble about them. I think it's all par for the course for real estate companies, really. But it's true that when you hear a name so much, you expect something, I don't know, different. But enough rambling on my side. You must be thirsty. Can I get you anything else? Let's try a sugar rush. Okay. Here you go. Yay. Actually, Jill, I came here today to thank you. Me? Yeah, back when I first showed up here, I was in a really rough spot. I was shocked, I was tired, I was a total mess. I even said some really mean things, but you had patience with me. Not to mention you helped me cool down, and your boss saved me. And I don't know, I felt like I had to tell you all that before the year ended. Much appreciated, thanks. But anyway, how are you doing? Last time you were a bit off. I'm better now, thanks a lot. Glad to hear. It was weird to see you like that. It always felt like you were putting up a cool bartender act. Did? You don't? I don't. Are you sure? What you saw as a cool bartender act is what everyone else has described as being cold. I mean, cold and cool do mean the same thing, but... Nah, don't try to put up with that act. Sorry to disillusion you. I'm too much of a mess to do such a thing. Huh. Disappointed? Surprised, actually. What led me to believe you were putting on an act? And more importantly, how can I make use of it when I get assigned to a bar? I must investigate further. Good luck with that. Say, let's try something bubbly now. Okay. I mean, beer is bubbly, isn't it? No, we'll get her something else. We'll get her a Cobalt Velvet, because I like making that one. Here. Thanks. Hey, Jill, I'm gonna need some ice. Ah, boss. Boss? Oh, I know you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, nice to see you're fine. I'm more than fine. I'm alive. I'm here. I avoided my biggest mistake in life thanks to your timely intervention. I don't know what overcame me, I just felt like everything was shouting. I couldn't stop the shouting, so I just felt like, thank you. Don't even mention it. I just did what I felt was right. Jill, ice please. Right. Are you alright? Did you seek help? I know a couple of people that could help you. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine. I've gone to a therapist a couple of times, but he says I'm okay. Something overcame me, but you intervened and I don't know what to say. You already said thank you. Seeing that you're fine is more than enough for me. I should have come to thank you earlier. I owed you that at least. Don't worry, just go out and be happy. You have a second chance, so use it as best you can. I will. I'll be leaving. Happy New Year, Jill, and thank you again. Please come again. So, a couple of weeks ago, I read some news about a woman saving a suicidal girl, catching her mid-air. Would you know something about that, boss? Maybe, maybe not. Whoever it was probably just did it because it was the right thing to do. Feeling lonely? That voice. Hey Joe, long time no see. Really a long time no see. Seriously, it feels like it's been over a year since the last time I saw you. I was planning on visiting you last week, but things were pretty heavy back then, so I just waited in the background until the tension wore off a bit. Earth to Joe, I'm talking to you here. If I ignore her, she'll leave. I'm not an unfathomable sense of dread, you can't just ignore me, you know? Julianne Stingray, I'm talking to you. Calm down, don't fall for the taunt. How did she know my full name, though? I thought your full name was Julianne Natalie Stingray, or did you legally remove the Natalie? Never mind that, is she reading my thoughts? Yeah, I mean, they're kind of written in the middle of the screen. You're out of tea. More tea and more water. Hard not to see them, actually. Alright, that's it. I'm going crazy. That's such a self-centered way to see the world. You assume that you're crazy because you can't accept that this world could be weirder than you think? This world is amazing because of the things you just can't explain. And just because only you experience something doesn't mean it's a lie or that you're crazy. I mean, just look at ASMR. No, I'm pretty sure that's what a crazy person would say in this scenario. You acknowledged me. Shit. That's good. I'm not serving you anything. What? Why? Last time you came, I had to clean the drinks I served you off the floor. Don't be like that. The drinks were also paid for with my money. I don't know how you did it, but that set any and all plans I had for the rest of the week off balance. I was gonna buy some curry with that money I had to put up for those drinks. Dog duty done. I know we have slow days, but for God's sake. You okay? You look angry. I'm fine. Good job out there. I'm back. Ah, boss, what happened? Meeting cut short. At least I drank the bottles. Are you okay? You look distraught. I'm fine. So they really can't see you. I mean, you're right in front of them. And you're wearing jeans under a skirt. Why? Just why? To annoy people, of course. Is that a new trend? What does she think she's doing? Everyone feels like it's not... 1 second. Alright, I just gotta do an errand real quick, but it shouldn't take me more than like 5 minutes, and I'm just also gonna make some more tea since I'm gonna be out there anyway. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Simple errand is done. Refilled the water and the tea. Anyway. Everyone feels like it's not quite right. Everyone thinks they should call you out. But they can't bring themselves to do it because it's not that wrong. There are things like spats, after all. It's uncannily right, not all that wrong, and they can't stop staring. Not like anyone other than me could see it, though. They could see it if they wanted to. Jill, you're making an awful lot of faces there. You okay? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Man, I miss not being crazy. Boss, I'm leaving early today, and you stay here. Who stays where? Crap, did I just... You have to be the first person I've met who mixes their inner and outer voice. I thought I saw one of the dogs near the counter. Sorry. Oh, okay. Can I leave a bit earlier today? Sure, thanks for taking care of the fort. What about me? You haven't left yet. I'll thank you when you leave. That's not what I... Whatever. Thank you. The brain from last time is going to run for senator. Alright. Good evening. Hey Jill, let's have a New Year's party this Saturday. Isn't that a bit soon? Why? Did someone famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean... Never mind. Sure, I'm in for it. Great. And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Hey. No, I mean, where is he? He was escorting a client of his to the station. He should be back any second now. Back? See? See you coming to the New Year's party too, Gil? It's not like I have anything else to do, so... Told you. We're depressing people. Oh, yeah, the kid from the other day, Gabby I think you called her, asked me to give you this. I believe it's a note. A note? Gabby? Let's see. First of all, I want to apologize for my behavior before. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take all of the stress out on you, let alone to put the blame on you. And so it feels weird to ask this of you after how I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. I want to catch up, to chat for a while, to do what you were doing with me before I lashed out. I want to understand this freedom you talked about, the fear that drove you to a fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. I won't take much of your time. If you don't want to see me after all that, I'll understand, but please, I really want to talk to you. Gabby. Wow, that girl has a big vocabulary. She always was a smart one. The 31st is written in different handwriting. Oh yeah, she asked me when would you be here and relatively free, so I told her about the party. I also assumed you'd say yes to the party, which might not have been the best idea now that I think about it. Boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to the party. What? Why? Because I really don't want to face Gabby again. Now it's coming back to me, what drove me to never go back and apologize after all these years. Fear and shame. Shame because I know I made a hideously stupid mistake, and it's painful to face your mistakes. And fear of what they might say. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid that if we were to meet again, she'd break up with me. And I don't want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me, and Gabby is in the right to hate me. But I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again, she'll never tell me that, and... Jill, you idiot! Huh? You're thinking backwards. Didn't the letter say she wanted to understand you? If you bail out on this, then she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. Do you want to live the rest of your life running from another memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage that you hated feeling like that? Armitage? Kitty hacker. Alma, right. I don't know what happened when you fought with that girl's sister, but now you have a chance to make amends. And not only that, you have us watching your back. So I want you to think about this. One day of fear or a lifetime filled with regret, which one do you pick? Yeah, you're right. I hated feeling like that. I won't run away this time. Good, because I would have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Hey boss, thanks. That's what friends are for. Yeah. Anyways, let's start the day. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Seriously though, it's the second note that stirred such feelings in me. Second one. 2 weeks ago I got another note in the mail. This one was from Lenore. Was that the envelope you took away from me in a panic? Yeah. You haven't opened it? Why not open it with Gabby? You're facing one fear, might as well face the other. Maybe. Don't push her, Chief. I'm not, I just know she's capable of doing all that. I'll go secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything. Keep it up, Jill. Thanks. Happy holidays! Someone's happy. We held a party for the staff and their children. You should have seen the faces of those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to have been popular this year. I heard they were sold out in most places. There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. Sorry for that outburst. Why? You looked so happy I felt happy too. You shouldn't hide your happiness. Anyway, can you get me a cobalt velvet, please? Sure. Here. Thanks. Are you meeting with Say today? She should be here in a bit. She told me she wanted a drink here, and since I was coming here too. Sadly, I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run. How has she been lately? She's better. Her wounds have been healing really nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often. What about her eye? Eye? Oh, hers. Sorry. Now, it'll take longer to heal, but as long as it's kept clean, there should be no problem. But, to be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. She doesn't show it, but she's had depressive bouts from time to time. And who can blame her? Her life changed completely. The job she loved no longer exists. She was used as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it'll all make her go back to her old ways. Old ways? There was a rough spot when Say was a teen. Her mom's clinic was about to close, then her biological father, who was an asshole, showed up. And the teachers at her school didn't help. Say isn't a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. She needs equivalents to think she knows. You need to get a bit in her mindset. Once you get this, she's a fast learner, but schools don't have that kind of patience. They basically branded her a failure. She even dropped out. I would have suggested a special course somewhere, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labeled as special or different. Anyway, Say was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused, always frowning, the total opposite of how she is nowadays. From time to time, I see that old look across her face and it scares me. You're comparing her to her teen self, though. People mature. Maybe she'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Say knows better than to go back to that. I hope so. Give me something cold and sweet, will you? Sure. Cold and sweet. I think I've heard that one before. Here. Thanks. This is the kind of stuff Sei asked for, you know? Now that you mention it. You know, back when Sei reappeared, it seemed that she came here first. Oh yeah, she told me that. Glad she found a familiar face after all that chaos. Did she tell you we had a talk at the back of the bar? You did? Well, it's nothing that important, but she was devastated, you know? She was afraid, tired. It hit me quite hard, not only after seeing her covered in bandages, but after seeing her so cheerful before. I guess I should be thanking you, though. You what? When I met with her, she told me you calmed her down quite a bit. I did. I'm guessing with all that was going on, the desire not to worry me weighed on her. It happened before. So it's good there was someone else for her to share that stress with. Thanks. Sure. I don't think I did anything noteworthy, but sure. I've been wondering, can you really be so calm in the lower parts of the city? Huh? I mean, the streets aren't exactly safe, and a cat boomer is sure to become a target. Well, I have my security staff with me at all times, so there's no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Come again? Sure, Uptown is cleaner and maybe more secure, but it's also too sterile. Around here, you can actually feel the warmth of the people. You feel that they're people that are living. I especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel a warmth there that Uptown just doesn't have. It's also easier to talk to people. You finally came. Welcome. If you try to talk to someone in the upper part of the city, they either shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they're also more likely to talk to you. Not that things aren't nice there, though. Can I get you something? I feel like having a beer. Make that 2. But I just want 1. I'm asking for 1 for me, adding 1 to your order. Oh, that. Right. Here. Thank you. Thanks. Say, you should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all asking, where's Sei? Where's Sei? Why do they call you just Sei when they call me Auntie Stella? I don't look that old. Don't worry, they still like you. Sorry I had to leave, but Mom worked overtime that night and I couldn't leave her alone. What happened? Well, there were fireworks, and some dog thought it'd be safe to hide in a jar. The little guy managed to get his head and paw inside before getting stuck. And it was plastic, so they couldn't just try to break it. That's messy. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fellow was scared. Well, I'm out. Oh yeah, we'll have a New Year's party this Saturday if you want to come. Sure, it's better than depressing myself with my dad's woes about the next fiscal year. I'll be here. Excuse me. Bye, Jill. Bye, Sei. Careful. Please come again. You want to come too? I'd love to. I'll also make up for not coming last time. How was the party? Pretty nice. We played Truth or Dare. Had some fun, broke some glasses, ate lots and lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the number of people who were there. Better leftovers than left hanging, don't you think? Yeah. Can I get you something? Let's try something classy. Okay. Something classy. Yep, this is the thing. Stella came in quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday? Oh yeah. Well, you know, her birthday is actually the 25th. Really? There's a weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story and somehow got it into her head that by being born on the 25th, she was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa. That made her start giving out gifts like crazy. She got over it, but the gifting stuck to her. Spiritual reincarnation? Well, the story says the Redmond family destroyed Santa's spirit, and that Mega Santa was reborn as a manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa spirit in a new body. That girl was delusional as a kid. Huh. Speaking of things you did when you were young, Stella mentioned she's worried about you going back to your old ways. Something about a rough period where you were angry or something? Oh, that. It's sweet that she's worried, but I won't go back to those days just like that, though. Even if I face the same situation, I'm more mature, you know? I'm not a teen anymore. Expected as much, told her as much. Hey, can you get me something bubbly? Sure. Here. Bubbly bubbly. Hey Jill, wanna know how Stella got her eye? Huh? I feel you shouldn't tell me that. She told you my story. I mean, she likes you enough. It's fine. You remember when I told you one white knight saved me from another? Well, it's about the other one. Apparently he was running away after doing something. Dunno. We were at the park and he held us hostage. At one point they tried to approach and he just... gouged Stella's eye out. I tried to stop him, but he just went and kicked me. I still remember that kick. I could feel my ribs breaking. There was pain in places I didn't even know could feel pain. From time to time, I still relive that day. The kick in my torso, Stella's screams, it's chilling. I briefly regained consciousness after the kick, when I felt like I was being lifted. The white knight that attacked us was on the floor, not moving. I was on another white knight's shoulder. He took his helmet off and put it on an anguished Stella. I passed out, and then when I came to, I was in a hospital. Apparently the kick ruptured a couple of organs, and I was put in emergency care. I woke up because Stella was punching my leg, telling me to wake up. Damn. Just... damn. What made you bring this up? I bring this up because that guy that was here last time I came, I think he's the one that saved us. No fucking way. Virgilio? Really? What made you think that? Sure, more pounds and years, but I'm pretty sure it was him. There's something about his face I just can't dismiss. I'd like to see him again. Do you know how? Do you know the Steampunk Museum? Ask for Virgilio there. Gotcha. Well, I'm done for today. Thanks, Jill. Please come again. I'll go take my break, Gil. Sure. Oh, I forgot to take the tea bag out. Oops. That's fine. Having it steep a little bit longer is fine with me, because it just tastes more like raspberry. Did I wake you up by coming too close to your bed? Ah, Lily bath time. Just let that cool off a little bit. I wonder if I left food for 4. Okay, I'm here. Dorothy. You won't get through the bar anytime soon. You can stop walking. Ah, honey. You want something? The usual, I guess. Usual. Here. This is nice. 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 Nice? Okay, you're freaking me out. What's up with you? Hey, honey. Do you know what's real? Or, I'm sorry, how do you know what's real? How so? I mean, how do you know if what you see is an actual thing? How can you tell if what you see around you is actually happening? What tells you everything is not actually a fabrication? What tells me I'm not just a simulation in a computer? And those ponderings brought you to the bar? What? Oh, I'm in the bar. Am I? Dorothy. So you're having a solipsistic crisis of sorts? What? Solipsism. The theory that the self is the only thing that can be known to exist. See, that's another thing right there, that word. Solipsism. What does it even mean? Where the hell did it come from? Well, solus means alone and ipse means self. Yeah, but how did it come to be? Do you expect me to believe that a lot of people just randomly decided to make noises and decide, hey, let's make this noise mean this? It doesn't make sense. Words don't make sense. I've been repeating words for a long time and they stop making sense. Why? Calm down. That's just semantic satiation. Stop making up words, honey. And then there's this counter. How can I be sure the counter is really here? It is. Please stop tapping it. Hold on. Just making sure. I should make her a drink. At the very least, I'll have something to throw at her. Stop tapping the counter so much. I'm this close to throwing this at your face. Sorry. So let's start from the beginning. Since when did you have this existential crisis? Since earlier today, I think. I was remembering the good times I had with my guardian, but I don't know. It was all too sudden. I was thinking about everything that happened from a week ago until now. How much fun I was having, how much I loved everyone around me. And out of nowhere, the thoughts started piling up in my mind. What is love? What is fun? Are those feelings real? Is all of that real? Am I real? What tells me I'm actually in a body? What if I'm just some computer somewhere thinking it has a body? What if I'm just a human girl in a comatose dream? What tells me that you're real? Huh? For all I know, I might just be a figment of someone's imagination, or even just an AI simulation in some computer that thinks it's human. I've been there, Dorothy. That existential doubt and crisis, that uncertainty about whether or not things are real. It was a couple of months only, but I remember having panic attacks and scratching my arm to feel something. But the panic attack gave me a rush of adrenaline, so I couldn't feel the scratch, and then the fear would get worse. What did you do to get over it? Oddly enough, I read a book. The Last Rain in the World, one of my favorites. At one point I cried with the book and realized I was crying over fake stuff, a story and its characters. I didn't care less for them because they were fake. Why not think of reality like that too? Even if I'm a figment of someone's imagination, I'd still care about you. That's what I told myself, at least. It wasn't immediate, but that focus helped me. I like it. Hey, can I take this drink? I made it for you. Thanks. Okay, then. Phew! Why did you throw it on your head? To feel something you made. And it burns and itches a bit. I'll get you a towel. Delivery for Dana Zane. Oh, I've been here before. Mr. Mario, welcome back. I have a delivery for Dana Zane. Who's that? She's my boss, I'll get it for her. Right, sign here, please. It's a big package. I wonder what's inside. You should open it. If it's something perishable, maybe it'll need to be refrigerated. Let's see. It's a wiener. A really big wiener. Hey, honey. The big package had a big wiener inside. What will your boss do with such a thing? I don't know how she'll cook it. Perhaps she'll chop it? Honey, seems the wiener is too big to eat correctly. Stop. Maybe you could prepare some right now? What do you say, honey? Do you want some of your boss's wiener? I don't. Seriously, Jill? She's the one making the jokes. And you're the one trying not to laugh too hard at them. Anyway, we all know if we dare to cook this without her permission, she'll hang us upside down. She'll hang me upside down. Hey, Jacket Boy, what's your name? I'm Mario. Come on, Mario, I'll buy you a drink. You might have another delivery, you know. This is the last one, actually. I'll accept your offer. I'll have a sunshine cloud. And you? I'm fine. Here. Thanks. Hey, call me Dorothy. You can also call me Darling for the right price. Yeah, Dorothy. Why'd you buy me a drink? Just to let you know, I don't swing that way. What way, Lilum? I'm a man's man. I like men, okay? Not that there's anything wrong with liking women, but... Oh, don't worry. I wasn't hitting on you. I was thanking you. Thanking me? Your package let me see Honey here laughing like an idiot. It's easier than you think. That made me happy, and I don't know, it fit with what she was telling me earlier. I'm more calm than when I entered. Glad to help, I guess. Well, duty calls. Bye, Mario. Bye, John. Bye, Honey. Enjoy your big wiener. Out with you. She seems like a nice girl. I don't mean for it to sound like I get it. Don't worry, you like guys, it's clear. Speaking of, you like motorcycles, don't you? I do, yeah. Have you been to the Motor District? I spend all of my free time in the Motor District, actually. Why? Is it true what they say about all the illegal races going on there? You're not a cop, are you? As far as I remember, no. Well, I mean, there are illegal races, but there's also a semi-legal league going on there. Semi-legal? The authorities acknowledge that there's races going on. They don't know what goes on in them, however. Modified engines, casualties, substance abuse. The illegal ones end up being safer in the end. Huh. Have you heard about a biker called Christine Love? Miss Love, of course. Everyone knows who she is. What about her? Is her gang as dangerous as they say? I don't know. Nobody knows. Excuse me? They look intimidating enough, but the truth is that nobody has faced them directly. Moreover, nobody wants to be the one that got beaten to a pulp if they turn out to be what they seem. So her gang is just there, menacingly doing their own thing, not bothering anyone. Oh. Do you want anything else? I'll have a piano, man. Alright. Here. Yeah, this is nice. This'll sound weird, but do you believe in replibots? Replibots? There's the belief that some Lilum out there are designed to perfectly replicate a particular human. That someone, or something, replaces those humans with such Lilum. Thus they call them replibots. You know a lot about this. I don't. It's in most magazines nowadays. Well, it's the first time I've ever heard of it. What about it? On my way here, I almost ran over my neighbor. He just showed up in the middle of the street. And I say almost because he moved really quickly out of the way. Then I went to deliver a package, and somehow my neighbor was there, almost immediately after the whole thing. And he was there the whole time. Maybe it was someone that looked like him? He had the same looks, clothes, mannerisms. Trust me, you know a perfect replica when you see one. And you saw the kid Lilum here. They could easily pass off as humans. There are even Lilum idol singers nowadays whose voices can pass off as human. We're listening to one of them right now on the jukebox, actually. They could be passing off as humans under our very noses, replacing us, little by little. At this point in time, I really doubt it. Lilum behavior is a bit different. You can easily tell someone's a Lilum because they seem... how do I put this? They don't care about risk and danger as much as we do. They treat risks with a lot more leniency. Still, be careful. Keep an eye out for uncanny doppelgangers. I'm leaving. Thanks for everything. Please come again. What's your take on the Replibot thing? Do you believe in them? Do you? Not really, but I asked you first. When I was in high school, I had this irrational fear of aliens. I was paranoid that they would come. What would I do then? I remember I lost lots of sleep because of it. That, doesn't answer my question. Let me finish. After many months of fear, I reached a conclusion that might as well apply here. It's useless to be afraid. I am but a simple woman. I wouldn't be able to do shit against them. So I'd rather live without being afraid. Because the memories of not being afraid will be my only solace when the Nephiuli crabs invade. Or, I mean, when the Replobots come. Jill, are you still afraid of aliens? What part of it's useless to be afraid didn't you catch? Right. Back. Did anything happen? I discovered I have the sense of humor of an 8-year-old. Did anything new happen? Hey! They brought you a package. Ah, yes, my curated wiener. It's a gift from my folks. It was delayed in customs, but here it is. You guys want some of it? That's a new one. Ah, that bar called Va11-Hall-A. Is it any good? I need a place to unwind after work. Oh, that's pretty cool. Good evening. Ah, Jill, I'm out to get firecrackers. Firecrackers? It's New Year's, right? We need some. Wouldn't firecrackers scare off the dog? Yeah, good idea, go ahead. I'll be back in a bit. Even for a cat lover, you sure get excited about firecrackers. A whole lot more when dogs are involved. I know how hypocritical it sounds, and I don't care. Ah, Jamie's here. Greetings. Anyway, let's start. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Ah, the guy that wouldn't come back twice. Yeah, shut up. By any chance, did something fly over here 2 weeks ago? On Friday? Yeah. There were lots of weird explosion noises throughout the night, but as far as I understand, those were made by a flying drone or something like that. So it did fly by here. I take it you know what made the noise? Let's just keep it at whatever drone story you heard. Right. The noise got annoying after a while, I must say. So it remained in the vicinity? I don't know what counts as in the vicinity, but yeah. Distant explosions all night. Interesting. So it didn't get far away. Now, get me a Mars Blast. Here you go. Well, you didn't mess up. Sorry if I may interject. You looking for a fight? Most certainly not. You really think you'd stand a chance? You're in, like, half his size. I can fight dirty. He kills people for a living. I can fight dirty. Jill, please, you make me sound like a savage. It'd be like me saying that you get people drunk for a living. It's not wrong, but there are better ways of saying stuff like that. You're right, sorry. And like I said, I'm not looking for a fight. I just noticed you seem to like strong drinks. What about it? Well, to be honest, it's a rare sight in this bar. I'd even come to believe I'm the only one here who enjoys them, aside from the owner. May I suggest you try a suplex next time? It might be to your liking. Okay, let's try the suplex thing. Right. Here. Good stuff, like a less burning but punchier pile driver. Say, your face looks somehow familiar, Mr. Call me Jamie. And you are? I'm Ingram. Anyway, I think I saw your face somewhere. Maybe when I needed to look for a specific file at. Did you perhaps go through a nanomachine expunge? I did, actually. Figured as much. Only a handful of people do that, and almost all of them are people with nanomachine rejection that feel oddly suicidal. So why go through the whole thing? Rejection? Need to hide something? The second one. It's easier to remain undetected when they have no means to track you or your activity. I see. How does the expunge work? You lie in a pressure chamber and they give you a special IV solution. It causes nanomachine rejection while giving you the antibodies needed to prevent them from getting back in. For 5 hours, you're trapped in bed while a horrible pressure builds up in your body, and the nanomachines are forced out. They're like little needles all over your body. You feel them in your eyes, and your gums, and your toes, everywhere. And after all that, they need to implant you with a mechanism that constantly releases the same antibodies. Ouch. What are you having, Jamie? This is a gut punch. Yeah, should have figured. Hey, give me one of those. Sure. Here. Yeah, I love these. It looks different from yours, though. I had a couple of extras in his, actually. So where's the antibody unit they stuck you with, Jamie? Inside, like all other maintenance systems, it can be troublesome at times, but the perks of not having nanomachines in the body outweigh the cons. And the rest of the enhancements, were you reconstructed, or have you been adding them over time? Over time, either by getting a much-needed enhancement or through fixing injuries. I see. Well, it was a pleasure, Jamie, but I gotta leave. Nice meeting you, Ingram. Please come again. Don't count on it. You said that twice. Shut up. Seemed like a nice guy. Right. I won't call him a bastard, but he's not the nicest in the bunch. Maybe you caught him on a bad day. Nah, I think you're just that good at bringing out the nicer side of people. Oddly enough. That guy tires the hell out of me. Someone's in a good mood. Give me a bad touch, will you? That way you'll be in a good mood too. Here. Jill, you have such a petty sense of humor. Guilty as charged. So what puts you in a good mood? Oh yeah, that. Today my sister was supposed to be in court for all the custody proceedings. Of course, not only does she show up later than her husband and drunk at that, but also dressed like she got fucked in the back of a parking lot. And to top it all off, she forgot to even bring her kids. Luckily, my parents brought them to court. The judge assigned the kids to my parents for the time being. So she really messed it up, huh? When they came back to the house and Diana started throwing a temper tantrum, she said it was lucky her husband didn't get the kids because of the angst would make her jump onto the highway. So Ava comes and says, then make sure it kills you because we aren't dealing with you as a cripple. I shouldn't reinforce that behavior, but I don't know, maybe it was the timing, but I've been laughing for an hour now. You hold quite the animosity for Diana, don't you? She and I used to be the closest friends when I was 7 or 8. We played all the time, we even slept on the same bed for a while. Then she turned into a teen. We stopped playing, she had other things she wanted to do. I could forgive all of that, I mean, the age difference and all. But there is something in particular I still can't forgive. It was the day she invited her friends to the house and I went to ask her something. As I was leaving, one of her friends asked if I was her sister. She said she had no little sisters. Ouch. I think that was the moment that finally broke the pedestal I held her on. I admired her as much as a kid could admire someone, you know? Little by little, that admiration wore off, until we finally reached that breaking point. It Felt betrayed. And you haven't been able to forgive her after 40 years? Hey! It's not that I still hold a grudge against her, but rather, the Diana who said all those things so many years ago is the same Diana I know today. How so? She hasn't matured one bit. She's still as selfish, childish, and immature as she was back then. Excuse me. When you see her, you don't see an adult. You see an overgrown, horny teen. So aside from destroying any admiration I held for her, she's made sure not to fix that impression. Huh. Enough about me, though. How are you? Everything's fine, aside from this note. A note? Remember how I told you I lashed out at my dead ex's sister? Yeah. I got this note from her. Let's see. Wow, she must really feel bad about the whole thing. As do I. So what's the problem, then? The same fear that drove me away from her in the first place. Right. Give a Brantini, will you? There's a little story I want to tell you. Right. Okay, calm down. Here. This is the thing. Let's start. Boo! No, hell no. This is the story of a girl who grew disillusioned with one of her sisters. Soon, it became animosity, and not long after that she distanced herself completely from said sister. With time, the girl would become attached to her eldest sister, looking up to her achievements. All I can look at right now are those boobs. Not now. Said sister would even marry the girl's best friend not soon after. After the girl went into college, said sister would quit her job. The sister was worried sick about leaving her baby kid alone, prompting her to quit her high-ranking job. What if I hire your high-ranking lips? Shut up! The girl, even as an adult, felt betrayed. Her role model sister went against everything she held her in high esteem for. She was no longer a child, and yet she felt like a part of her had crumbled. Hey Joe, I can lift her sweater. Do you want to see? I bet you want to see. Alright, enough. Enough? Shit. Peace out. I mean, I know the girl is you and the sister is your oldest sister. Please get to the point. Right. The point is, if you don't face her, she'll be heavily disappointed. She's trying to make amends with you. That must take courage. Lots of it. Yeah, you're right. My mouth's dry. Can I get a beer? Right. Man, I am going crazy, aren't I? Here. Thanks. So tell me, did you and this Gabby girl get along? Oh yeah. I never had brothers and sisters, but once Lenore introduced me to her sister-in-law, as her sister-in-law, she got so excited about having a new sister she clung to me a lot. I helped her in her studies, read books with her, played with her a lot. She was pretty much my sister too. I have to leave, but I'll tell you this. As both a big and little sister, if you don't grant that girl the chance of talking to you, I'll never forgive you. Yeah. Oh, there's a small New Year's party this Saturday if you're interested. Oh, sure, I'll be here. Remember, I won't forgive you. Yeah. I'll go take my break. Alright. Wah, you were here? You were quite absorbed in the conversation just now. Jamie even said goodbye to you, didn't you hear? Anyways, call me if anything comes up. I think drinking the tea while I talk is definitely the play. It's going a lot better than it was yesterday. Or not yesterday, but the first day. It's less chilly today. Jill, a kid's looking for you. Oh shit. Hey. Ah, Norma. Phew. You're back. No, fuck you. You do know I'm not giving you any drinks, right? Crap, I said it out loud. Yeah, actually, I wanted to thank you. She thought it was for her. Lily, what is it? What? You're not by the door, so I know you don't want to go out. You just want attention? You just want some pets? Thank me? Well, for starters, by not complying and giving me alcohol. Everything else would have fallen apart if I had some. Aw, so responsible, Joe. I kinda faced my mom and told her all about the pressure she was putting on me, and said I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do. And, well, she didn't speak to me for 2 days. After that, she told me that it'd be a waste to spend money in a university just for me to not give it my all. Big mood, by the way. So she told me to still go to the college course, but that I was free to explore. Glad to hear that. And well, I wanted to thank you for that. Me? If I just rushed headfirst in my original plan, things would have gotten ugly. You were right, I would be hurting her for the sake of hurting. So, thank you. Don't worry about it. I'll leave before it's too late outside. Be careful. Aw, so sweet. Shut up. Hey Jill, mind helping me here? Sure. Make a bleeding Jane, please. On it. Thanks. Hey Joe, do you hate me? Hate is a harsh word. It's not against you directly, but rather the fact that only I can see you. Like I told you, if they wanted, they could see me. And why can I? You're the main character. I don't know. What are you? A cute girl. Right. You okay, Jill? Making a lot of faces there. Huh? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Could you give me a hand here and serve a beer, please? Sure. Thanks. Would you lighten up if I showed you I can interact with the environment? Maybe it'll spook me, but let's try it. There! Can't see anything. You sure? Yep. Weird. Oh, I see. Okay. I actually, missed that, but, you know. I noticed when it went back to normal. Nobody expects the Dorith Inquisition. There we go. Dorith Inquisition, Dorith Inquisition, Dorith Inquisition. Ow! I bit my tongue. Can't believe I'm using the spare tongue so early in the night. Ahem. Honey! Ah, hey Dorothy. I'm making a quick stop for a drink. Can I get a fluffy dream? Sure. Thanks. Oh yeah, before you leave. What? Are you guys throwing a New Year's party too? Yep. Sure, I'll be there then. Well, I've got things to do, so... You do? Who does what? Sorry, I... sneezed. Weird sneezes. Anyway, I'm out for now. Oh yeah, Joe? Take care of Becky, please. Man, she was in a rush. Okay, fuck that noise. Fireworks are sold out everywhere. I'll need to get them through more shady means. She's gonna buy them from the internet. She'll find them and put us all at risk of burning. I'll make sure there's an extra extinguisher on hand. Please. Well, I guess that's it for today. You sure you're fine? I am, don't worry. Hey Jill, mind if I ask a silly question? You've seen my clients, you can assume I don't mind silly questions. Silly answers can get on my nerves, though. Sorry, what did you want to ask? Do you know why they call them cat boomers? I mean, I guess their second set of ears looks like a cat, but the word boomer seems so out of place. Not so much when you consider that it's not them, but their parents who were called such. Oh? Let's go a bit back first. You do know why cat boomers look like that, right? Because they went through some anti-nanomachine rejection treatment while they were still a fetus, right? It's called the Yamazaki-Romanova treatment. Or was it the Romanenko-Yamada treatment? Let's call it the catification procedure. It was not only the first successful genetic treatment on a fetus, but also the first way to fight nanomachine rejection. Moreover, that research had a bit of a rocky story. Funding got cut in the middle of it, and at a critical point they could make or break the whole thing. Not to mention Zaibatsu Corp's record of not addressing nanomachine rejection at all. The rest of the research was funded by Maki Stengovich. Was it Stengovich? Let's call him Stengovich for now. He's a businessman whose unborn daughter got diagnosed with early nanomachine rejection. Stengovich funded the research, and in a desperate move his wife offered herself and her daughter as test subjects. Of course the experiment was a success. The girl, Sylvia Stengovich, didn't die, she became a living testament of a scientific breakthrough. But then the story of how things played out for Sylvia got sensationalized in the media and created a weird fad. Parents made their unborn children go through the catification procedure even if they had no ailments at all. All because one particular girl whose life got saved through that treatment became a media darling for a little bit. A whole generation of kids with those cat-like protrusions got born, and their parents got called cat boomers. A generation of parents obsessed with those cat-like features. The fad quickly passed, but the term remained in use. Eventually, cat boomer just started being used for people with the protrusions, instead of their parents. You keep calling them protrusions. Why is that? Because that's what they are. Huh? You didn't think those things on the heads were ears, right? Sure, they can be moved because they're somehow connected to the facial and ear muscles. Thus they can move like a cat's and react to their mood. But in the end, they're just appendages with no real function. Huh. It still surprises me a bit, though, that the biggest mutation they get after the treatment is just that. Those ears are a small miracle on their own. People have been born with no eyes for less intrusive procedures. You really thought that they were functional ears, huh? Let's say I learned quite a bit today. Thank you. Don't worry, I feel like I should apologize for talking so much instead. And keep in mind, I'm fucking up the terms. I don't want you saying someone got protrusions because of a catification procedure. I'll keep it in mind. Wait! What? Yeah, the guy's name was Stengovich. Huh? I just remembered, Sylvia Stengovich was around my age when I was a teen. There were some TV specials featuring her. And I just remembered that I had the biggest crush on her. Now that I think about it, that crush had me very confused back then. And did you need to shout just now? Sorry. In any case, I'm out for the day. Alright, careful out there. Alright, so chat, I'm gonna hit the save real quick, and then I need to go to the bathroom, and it seems like Lily also wants to eat. So I'll be right back. Hey everyone. It's a good thing that we're almost done with the game, because I have just used the very last of my tea. Anyway, it was the Kiramiki poster, I think. Hey, Healed. Good evening. Hey. Okay, so we've got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple of things for Saturday. Actually, what time is it? 7:01? Okay. Was that the fucking MGS font on the store sign? Yeah, probably. We can always take another look once we finish, today. My total sales for the game so far are 40,000 exactly. Crazy. But yeah, like the MGS like game over font from like the first game. I think so. Okay, so we've got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple of things for Saturday. And so I designate you, Gillian Applegate, as official guy who goes to buy the rest of the stuff. Applegate? I have no idea who that is. Why me? I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times. You're not gonna say anything, Jill. If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness. Fine, give me the list. I'll be back. Sometime. Something tells me you're planning something, boss. What gives you that impression? Call it a gut feeling. Did you know Gil has a crush? What? A client of his, a girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming on to him for ages, and he's only just started opening up. But he's taking steps backward, and I'm not gonna let him. He's opening up, for fuck's sake. And so the errands will take him to the bazaar, I take it? That's right! Huh. Alright then, to the office I go. As for me... Well, Va11-Hall-A, are there any songs off the soundtrack you want me to put on here? Keeping in mind, I guess, that if it's on the right side of the playlist, it's probably not going through. Wow. Brutal. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Deal with a crush, huh? This place. Great. Oh, if it isn't... Hey, Jill. Sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy on my trail. Boss, stalked women incoming. The door's open. Go ahead, the door to the left. Thanks. Hello there. Oh, hi there. The other one. That's the bathroom. Wait, what's the dog doing in the bathroom? Now, where did she... Oh, the hellhole. Perfect. Hey, kid, I'll have the usual. Right. Oh, he remembered me after 2 weeks. Here. This seems right. The paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all that's happening, they'd stay and do more reports. But they're all asking for vacations, and I can't afford to be understaffed. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports. I see no difference in my feed, though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but you do know the infamy of the augmented eye with the general public, right? A shitty page that'll over-sensationalize anything and report useless stuff? Of course I know. Then why not try to rectify that image? To put it simply, I'm being clutched by the balls. In the non-pleasant way. Zaibatsu Corp and company have an eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to fine you with. Twice and you'll find your resources severely cut. Anything beyond that, in the best case scenario, is that they'll buy the damn operation to keep it quiet. I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever it is the lackeys picked out that week, but if I overstep, my ass is the one on the line. Huh. Yeah, the normal controller shakes and stuff when it goes. Also healed, I'm gonna have to fucking grip you. But yeah, the when you put ingredients in, and then when you start shaking to mix the drink, it makes the controller rumble. Huh. Glad to see this hellhole is still in one piece. The BTC has been going apeshit closing bars lately. Oh yeah, that. Yesterday they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. And last week they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants. Huh. Not to mention, there are like 100 people who have BDC certificates but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me that some restructuring will begin at the BTC after this whole thing. Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. Yeah, that's why. Healed said he doesn't want to play Tekken with me. Got it? Okay, no news outlet talks about that. Alright, kid, let's try a Moonblast now. Come again? Hey, even I have to break the routine from time to time. Ah, fuck. Okay. I didn't drop it. I just didn't want to get into it right then. But I don't think you played King against me. Here. Now let's see what the ruckus is about. So... What brought you here? Alright. Didn't you see a Lilum coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. She's the one from that Encore concert coming up. Not really. Did she jump to the roof then? Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview? Not really, just hitting on her. Yeah, but that doesn't work. Cause I can name like 5 Tekken characters and 3 of them are Mishimas. It's like Heihachi, Kazuya, and Jin. And then King and Kuma. And like, that's it. Well, well, Hall-A, he's red, so... And yeah, I know about Kuma. I don't really consider Armor King a separate character, because in the name, it is just King with armor on. Panda's kind of the same way. Like, it's just the same guy, but it looks different. Armor King is the one who killed King's dad. That's so stupid. Mod for Tekken to make Kuma your cat. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop glaring. Why, though? Are you that bored? Don't you have, like, a family or something? Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits. Also hot ass and tits. I'm suffering the weirdest combo of being hard as fucking curious as shit right now. I want to know just how detailed those King-class Chia models are, personally. And so you followed her. I've yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson. You're in front of one, and I'm guessing you have quite the selective memory. Like I said, don't you have a family or something? A wife, but that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off on the thought of me cheating on her. So that Lilum isn't here, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight or I'll explode. Hey, after you're done glaring, please serve me a pile driver. Alright. Let's just give him a pile driver. Literally. Here. Alright. Well, seeing as she's not here, I have no reason to stay. Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her. But yeah, I mean, that's the joke. He is just J. Jonah Jameson, but like, more of a piece of shit. The guy left. Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Dana. Hope your sister likes the video. No, thank you. Seems you had a hearty talk. Your boss is such a fun person. Her sister is a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her and took a couple of photos. How nice of you. It's nothing, really, and she did hide me, so it's the least I could do. But, well, we're here already. Mind giving me something sweet? Sure. I mean... Here. Thanks. So do you know why Donovan was following you? I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to deal with him. His questions were a bit over the line last time, too. Not the worst I've dealt with, but I just didn't want to humor him. I see. Seems like he was just trying to come on to you. You don't say. Well, not like you have a chance anyways. I'm not into older guys, and I'm already committed to a relationship. Wait, you are? It's not common knowledge, and the ones that hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now. Really? We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. I think this drink is a microaggression. But it all started when I read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to experience love and the like. Or when he read an entry, okay. He offered to help with that after he read it, and I thought sure, why not? I already knew him well enough, it wouldn't hurt to try. How nice. He's a stick in the mud where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise. I see. You know, I've met 2 fans of yours lately. Really? Both of them seemed so excited when they were talking about you. It was amazing. I don't like the term fan too much. It strikes me as a bit pretentious, in my opinion. I have many fans doesn't sit well. I like many people who like my music better. Fan evokes an uglier and more pretentious image for me. Do you like what I do, Jill? Do you like my music? Her song is playing right now. To be honest, I haven't had much exposure to your work, but the few things I've heard are really good. And not gonna lie, having talked to you, I feel like I would support you even if I didn't like it. So nice to hear. Hey, this'll sound familiar, but do you have anything like tea? Let me see. I do indeed. Here. Perfect. Hey, you're a King Class Chia, right? That I am. May I ask you something about your model? Sure. Are there any differences between you and a DFC-72? We both serve the same purpose, but DFC-72s have the port on their heads, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that, or the resilience of the DT-01Ds, but we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice emulators are more advanced and our movements are smoother. A trade-off of functionality and power for appearance, you could say. Ah, I see. Hey Jill, will you go to my next concert? I heard every ticket was sold out, never mind how expensive they are. So I guess that's a no, sorry. Now you will! Here. Huh? Is this... It's a ticket for my encore concert. Sorry it's not a better seat, but I only get so many free tickets. No, I mean this is amazing. I don't know if I can accept it though. You will. It even has a backstage pass so we can talk afterwards, and you'll tell me how it was. Why give it to me? I don't know. I like you. You're inattentive, and hear me out. That behavior should be rewarded more. He read my blog. Well, thanks. God, it feels so weird to get a gift. And from a celebrity, no less. Don't think too much about it. You deserve it. Although I guess I can understand how you feel about receiving gifts. I usually get quite a few from fans, but it always feels so weird. I don't like feeling as though I got something for free. Luckily, I've thought of a way of not feeling so bad about it. How? Just give it my all on stage. They gave those gifts to me after watching me perform. It's only natural for me to do my best and give it my all as a way to repay them. I should, give it my all mixing drinks then? Of course. I see. Well, I've got to go, but let's have a Sparkle Star first. Alright. Here. Sparkling. Well, it's always a pleasure, Jill. Please come again. Will do. Oh, the handsome bartender. Nice to see you. Boss, Gil's back. I'm gonna take my break. Alright. Actually, the tea bag is still in there because I forgot about it again. Whoops. Shift hands. There we go. Honey. Perfect. And Lily wants to come back in. Come on, baby. You want to say hi to everybody? You're just kind of meowing at the floor and not looking at me. Do I really mean so little to you? Back to it. Blinking at me. Note to self, buy oil for that door. Alright then. Gil, you're in my spot, please. Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did Boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Right. Greetings. Ah, Stella, what can I get you? I'll go with a Bleeding Jane today. Here you go. Thank you. What brought you here today? Waiting for Say? I came by myself, actually. I was in the area and stopped to say hi. Oh. It's pretty interesting, though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean, really clean. Gil is the one you can know that to. The guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's a bit out of it today, though. I see. Hey Jill, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of white knight suits. I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not. In any case, how is it a gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank... Sorry. After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, bricking most of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right then there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any white knights still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynching, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't that lucky, they got beaten up while they weren't able to move. So between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many white knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible from them. And of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch a high price these days. Could anyone see any profit from that research to justify the expenses? It's new tech, a whole new field, ripe with patents just open for many, so I'd say yes. Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks. I can see how. There is one weird case, though. There's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Unique? The guy had a really small unit, 5 people, including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor was heavily modded to the point that they looked like a squad of henshin heroes. Hen what? They looked really gaudy, but it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He has one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement. You know a lot about this. It's interesting, the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. It also helps to put on a front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you. True. Wait. Here's a freebie. A fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. The regulations and laws didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians. I guess even Zaibatsu Corp has its limits, huh? People love to demonize Zaibatsu Corps because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control over what tantamounts to a city-state. The corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city about trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold a bottle the wrong way or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in for lots of trouble. Let's not start with theme parks or the like. Those are dystopias of their own. Then again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just the front that whatever council behind Zaibatsu Corp chose. He makes a fool of himself and the attention is taken away from whatever it is that Zaibatsu Corp is actually doing. Yeah. So what you were saying is that Glitch City is basically a huge theme park? I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah. Huh. No, seriously, hen what? Ahem. Can I get a Brantini here, please? Sure, sure. Here. Thanks. So I take it you're in a good mood today? Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well. I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kiramiki Encore concert. Nice. Oh right, as it turns out she was just here. What, again? Sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised too. I was more surprised she remembered my name though. And like last time, she was quite the graceful client. Man, so those rumors about her being really nice in person were actually true? Amazing. I know, she even got me a ticket for the concert. She what? I had to twist some arms to get tickets for the Encore concert. And not only did you get them free, the idol herself gave them to you? Do you have any idea how jealous I am right now? It'll be interesting. You're gonna enjoy the hell out of it, trust me. This will be my first live concert with her, but I've seen every other concert of hers on video. They all have such a magical aura to them. Everyone says they have to be seen to be believed. You really like her music, huh? It makes me happy, what can I say? I love listening to it when I'm feeling down. Hell, it even helped me when I was worried sick about Say at the bank. It made me forget all my worries, even if just for a little while. Huh, I see. Say, Jill, you want to come to the concert with us? Us? I invited Say because I managed to get 2 tickets. Do you want to come with us both? I'd love to. I didn't want to go by myself, but... Are you okay with that? I don't want to be a burden. Of course, the more the merrier. Do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily? You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure. Thanks, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance, and you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and a cab. I see. I wonder if I could get in the disabled line with Say in her wounds. Although, she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it, and we shouldn't abuse that. Hey, can you get me a classic drink? Sure. Really? I mean, I guess a beer. Here. Thank you. Do you have many servants around the house, Stella? I do, but they've been with us for so long they're pretty much family. My dad has always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work for you and everyone wins. We even had a young gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend the plants. Man, that sounds nice. Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something. Thanks for the offer. Wait. Huh? I just realized something's off with the whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyway? I get trying to crack it in the first place, but that would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. It isn't? Zaibatsu have been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything. A patent would be in a database that someone could hack and retrieve valuable info from. Not to mention, they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And no patent registry in their right mind would approve that global shutdown signal. Let alone how it immobilized everyone still inside one of the suits. So the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that are by all means illegal? The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why do it, though? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is. And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. I'm curious, though, have you ever covered up any fuck-ups using money? I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point in our lives. Well, Jill, I gotta go. Always a pleasure. Please come again. Ah, Alma. No hello? You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you? It's basic courtesy, something I will fight to uphold. First the greeting stop, then saying please and thanks stops, and before you know it, boom, total anarchy. You're exaggerating. Am not. In fact, I'll go through that door again, and I expect you to properly greet me this time. Fine. Hello, Jill. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. You overdid it. You totally overdid it. Quoth the bartender. I did not. So, you like poetry? I had a phase. Can I get you something? Let's start with a big cobalt velvet. Sure. So BC. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Here, thanks. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. Does the name Shadow... I don't wanna read that out loud. Wow, you went pale. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. May 22nd, today my daily card readings told me I'd meet great change, thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I had been picked for an inter-school contest with my latest essay. I just knew a scientific theory on the idea of auras was as revolutionary as I thought. Soon I'll bring the world into the occult science singularity. Later entries don't seem to have gone that well, though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong. Jill? I made sure to delete that blog. No evidence should be left. I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that have all that stuff archived. Why? Why? Sheesh, relax. It's not that bad. What do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realize how embarrassing it all is? We've all been young, Jill. Relax. It's not like you're still like that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're not still like that, right? Gods, no. I gave up on the whole occult stuff. It's just that remembering all that stuff is... Ugh. I don't know. I like the way you looked. All dressed in black with the rare accessory popping out thanks to the colors. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself. So you have a pick. Oh god, you have a fucking pick. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out the sins of my past? I was bored. Last Friday, I had to take my mind off the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity. Please don't run background checks like that. I just used a search engine, you know? I didn't request documents or anything. What led you to that page? You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? Like I said, relax. You were obsessed with occultism. I wanted to kiss all the boys. And I kinda almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me today. Never underestimate the lengths old classmates will go to track you down. Especially if they think you're still the girl that kissed them for fun, and they're lonely. To boot. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. I have to ask though, why the 69? It was supposed to be 6'9", not 69, like in reference to the lovers in The Hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. Jill, there's nobody that would read that as 6'9". I was 12! Even at 12 I fucking knew what a 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then? You have no idea. Well, let's sweeten up things a bit. I'll have a sugar rush. Sure. Here. This is the thing. Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? That's sudden. You dug through my past, I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine, fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing? Yep. I've had about 4 boyfriends I'd describe as such, that I've introduced to my family and everything. The first one was in high school. I broke up with him because he cheated on me. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight and me just saying, keep the fucker. The second one was during my freshman year. I broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. He starts with the friendly hit, and before you know it... Anyways. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so in knowing him. And then there's Richard. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. We got along pretty well, we had awesome chemistry, and I truly loved him. But as time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. He just didn't like my family. He didn't. Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want to have kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even if just for a little bit, that maybe he'd change his mind. But as much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. And at one point I just had to break up with him. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will ya? Thanks for telling me that, by the way. Don't mention it. Okay, one more question and we're even. Wow, you really are embarrassed of that blog, huh? Sure, ask away. At what age did you get those implants in your boobs? Jill, I love you, and I know you're saying that in jest, but I've lived through so many rumors about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, in honoring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real, and they're spectacular. Another epic Seinfeld reference. Now ask the real question before I slap you. I'll grant you one, and only one chance to call me by my full name as compensation, then. I gladly take your offer. It's funny that you mentioned slapping, because my real question was, why did you get your hands chopped? Chopped? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that I spent lots of time typing, and these replacements help me avoid carpal tunnel syndrome. Oh. There's other utilities, like how I can interface with many devices. For example, there's a tiny computer embedded in my glasses. If I move my index finger, it acts like the computer's cursor. There's lots more, but there's small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud. How did your family take the operation? They took it well enough, except for my mom. She freaked out for months. She even went to the hospital to ask for my hands. Don't you miss them? Sometimes, but just during emotional moments. As luck would have it, somebody else has them. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was this young lady whose right hand got completely crushed. I told them to check if we were compatible and all that. I mean, implants aren't everyone's first choice if they can get a natural replacement. A bit of cosmetic treatment and it could pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, we were compatible, and the family agreed to the donation. I don't know what became of her, but I hope she's fine. And you didn't tell your mom about that? I didn't want her pestering the poor girl. So are we cool now? Are we even now? Are we? You were pretty pissed about my comment regarding your boobs. Again, I'm sorry. It sounded a lot less rude in my head. Yeah, don't worry about that. Besides, I get to call you Julianne once. Now you don't. Huh? Why? You just called me by my full name. Are you serious? One chance and only one chance, and you just used it up. Damn it! Surprise! Hey Alma, this might be a weird tangent, but do you believe in ghosts? Hey! Not particularly, no. Although there was this paper I read once that was quite interesting. Huh? It proposed a scenario where nanomachine clusters would leave the body after death, and then act as a collective hive mind through residual brainwaves. The result would basically be an image, not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such nanomachine density is impossible in a body. Even 5% of the amount needed is enough to make the blood too dense for the heart, and it's not like brainwaves are potent enough to create these reactions. Still, an interesting read though. I see. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you convinced yourself that you're crazy. Well, I'll leave then. See you tomorrow. See ya. All done? I am. What about you, Gil? For some reason, the idol girl left him like that, it seems. You think? Might have been while he was out. True. Hey boss, you're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so... That I am, yeah. Why? I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? Fucking get pwned. 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, in my ideal world, you could solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but... No, seriously, 8th grade what? But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show, it just so happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as a unique form of theater. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all that fake. Huh, I didn't think about it like that. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back to make you humble. Oh well, wait, what? Come here, fuckboy! Ah! 8th grade what? Alright, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a second. Alright, let's keep trucking. Oh hey, she talks about the bar. There we go. Good evening. Gil, are you humming Shine Spark? Ah, hey Jill. Are you okay? Are you in love, maybe? Nothing of the sort. I'm fine. Right. No, seriously, did you fuck? Men only get so happy after they fucked. That's not... Oh my god, you totally fucked. Was it Alma? Did you have 7 minutes in heaven with her? No, I didn't. In any case, congratulations. I haven't seen you this happy since... well... never. Today's escapades will bring us to a familiar place and... ah, shit. Gil, I'm out. I'm gonna... Not so fast, flat bartender, if that's even your real name. Last time, my viewership had a weird peak while I was passed out, so I'm here to find out what made people so interested. Huh? Do I have something in my face? This guy totally fucked. No doubt about it. That gleam in his eyes is unmistakable. Whatever, just keep it down. Ah, Jill, you're here. Isn't that the passed out girl from 2 weeks ago? I'm not here. Oh, sorry. I'll be back in my office then. Anyway. Yeah, she's back. Are there any songs that I missed? I guess not. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Ah, Betty and Deal are here. You were too happy, and you are too mopey. What happened? I was right. Huh? That Laura girl was head over heels for him. I was right on the money. Say... that girl... I'm not here. Sorry. Isn't she the one that passed out last time? Anyways. Betty was right, and that deserves a beer. And you? I'm fine. For the occasion. Alright. So the girl was actually infatuated with him? You should have seen her screaming from the top of her lungs that she liked him. And him just standing there thinking. Just like that. In retrospect, it was a tad too cliched for my taste. Still, I knew she liked him. I was right. I was right. He doesn't seem particularly happy. He never is. Unlike your coworker, holy shit, did he fuck? You're making it too obvious, Gil. How? That beaming face is unmistakable. The face of a guy that got some and enjoyed every moment. Back to Deal, though. Like I said, he seems lost in thought. Victories like these are few and far between. Let me enjoy myself. Can I get something non-alcoholic here? That's not how you drown your sorrows, piece of scrap. I'll have a Bloom Light. Okay. Here. Thanks. Same. Celebrate all you want, but I'm freaking out here. I know nothing about relationships. I have no idea what to do. Well, for starters, what do you think, Jill? Me? Her? Betty, I've seen a few of your relationships, remember? Aside from Veronica, there's Angela, Pamela, Sandra, Rita, Monica, Erica, Tina, Mary, and Jessica. Or should I say, didn't share the bed sheets, snores like a pig, cold feet, shampoo waster, chocolate addict, too religious, fan of the wrong rugby team, teetotaler, and chews with the mouth open. What do you think, Jill? That you must be quite the heartbreaker to have so many relationships in a short period of time? I mean about piece of scrap situation. And thank you. I'm not the right person for this. Gil? He's still on fucking Cloud 9. Or is it fucking in Cloud 9? What about... Sneaky Sneaky? I'll be damned, she actually hides pretty well. For starters, how do you feel about her? I don't know. I don't know her that well. You could start there. Ask her out sometime, get to know her. Maybe she'll change her mind. Maybe you'll change yours. In the end, you lose nothing by... What? I'm just realizing I'm giving love advice to a Lilum. So I don't know how well it applies to you. Yeah, these things are humans and all but organs nowadays anyway. Even if that's the case, it's interesting she felt that way towards him. Why wouldn't she? This fellow's a good catch, if I do say so myself. And like I said, humans and all but organs. You've surely encountered Lilum that you sometimes forget aren't humans. Well, we live in weird times, but hey, that only makes them more interesting. It's odd going to other cities and not seeing the same integration of Lilum, though. Well, which city is pretty much the cradle of social experiments involving Lilum integration, so... Anyway, just try to get to know her. You'll find out how you feel afterwards. Yeah, I think I'll try that. It's quite the uninspired advice, if you ask me. Anything else? Let's commemorate the occasion with a piano man and a piano woman. Here. And now we reach a stalemate. I'd normally take the piano man, but I feel there's a symbolic value in taking the woman. Why order it like that, then? Sniff. I hate Laura. You what? She's gonna take you away from me. You're my piece of scrap, not hers. You're mine. Mine! Betty, you don't own me. Besides, I can't for the life of me leave you alone. I feel like the moment I let you out of my sight, you'll just crash. That's not a laughing matter. You need someone making sure you aren't kicking people. That's not normal, you know? Besides, it's not like I have something with her yet. You're right. So you won't leave me? I'd worry myself sick if I left you to your own devices, honestly. We should leave now. Oh yeah. We're holding a small New Year's party tomorrow. I don't know if you want to come. We'll come. Are you sure? We will. Fine. We'll be here, Jill. Anyway, see you then. Bye, Bill. Please, come again. Party? I'd love to go. But I told everyone that tomorrow I'd end the year with a party myself, so... Sorry. I totally forgot she was already here. Man, that was such bliss. Still, I can see how traffic spiked. Things could get fun here. And just like the last time, I need to show my viewers something fun. Give me something nasty. Hello, Olive. I see you've broken into my room again, but however, my dinner is in here, so I need you to leave, actually. Go on. Shoo. Here. This is the... Hold on. It was nasty, alright. And now it's time for me to be a nice person and give you something nice. Huh? It's the second time I'm here, so it's only natural you get your own copy of my theme song. No, thank you. Don't be shy, let me give you one. I mean it, no thank you. Well, too late, it's already in your player. That can't... How the ever-living fuck did you do it? Magic. That's bullshit. Video editing magic. Did you just hack into the music player? Let's move on, shall we? Yeah, whatever. Hey, weren't there dogs? Last time you talked about this place like it was this zany haven of sorts, but I see the same shit. Seriously, no decorations or anything of the like? Good question. Where are the dogs? I either haven't paid enough attention to their arrival, or they haven't come. Idols, newspaper managers, talking dogs, and yet this is the same old bar like last time. I might sue you for fake advertising, you know? Now that I think about it, maybe boss just donated money to this Zero thing. And then tricked the dog into coming here as a part-timer for kicks. Oh well, anything interesting lately? I mean, it's not like I miss them, but they should at least show their faces. Hello? Sorry, what did you say? I was asking if there was any new stories. This is not a newspaper, you know? Nor is it a crazy stories on demand streaming service. That's a big fat lie, and you know it. Shut up. But I didn't say anything. I meant... So shut that idea up. Yeah, that. I won't. Last time I came here the viewership peaked for some reason, and I want to find out why. Maybe Pretty Boy over there can tell us the story of who he fucked. He's so distracted he won't even make a retort. Amazing. I guess there's something worth saying, but... Then I want to hear it! Well, Kira Miki came yesterday. Again. You're shitting me. You expect me to believe she came all the way here again? Do you even have proof, like the glass from last time? Well, if I may interject. You've been listening, boss? The walls are pretty thin. Oh. Anyway, she did. I even took a picture with her. She did what? Let's see. Why? Why? I try to make an appointment with her, and she's always busy, but you sit there and she just comes waltzing over? It's not fair. Hey, if I knew how the hell stuff like that happened, I'd share my secrets. I was just as baffled as you are right now. Yeah, but I bet you're not even that much of a fan anyway, are you? You're not wrong. Can you at least tell me how nice she was as a client? Very graceful client, much like last time. A really nice girl. I'm gonna give you my number. If she ever comes back, you let me know, you hear? I'm not gonna let you keep her to yourself. I really doubt she'll come back again, though. She already came twice. I'm not taking any chances. I need to do something to drown this anger with. Give me something girly, will you? Okay. Here. Phew, let's just chill a bit. It's still not fair. You know, you're boring today. You're not chatting that much, nor are you doing anything funny. Maybe the whole peak viewership thing is just you. Huh? Maybe this bar and me both had nothing to do with the spike. Maybe you were just that good. Are you hitting on me? I'm not. In fact, I'm kinda trying to get you to leave, pronto. Don't be so hard on the girl, she's fun. Another nuisance shows up. Blah, Joe hates me. It's not hate, it's just... Wait, I'm not having this conversation again. Boring. Hey, you're curious, right? About Fuckboy's partner? Wanna know who it was? Do you know? Maybe, maybe not. That maybe not settles it then, not taking any chances. Oh, come on! Bartender, you're making a lot of faces there. It's nothing, really. Did the two bartenders break or something? Should I call the manager? Tech support? Hey Joe, inner and outer voice, remember? Fuck. What? Who fucked? Aside from that guy, I mean. Say, you're oddly calm today. Well, I've been getting more sleep lately. That way I don't feel like if I stop speaking, I'll die. Crash is one hell of a drug. And wouldn't you know, I can actually make it premium time if I go commando. Huh. But come on, I'm getting bored out of my ass here. Do something. I'm not a dog, you can't just ask me to roll over, you know? Mind if I entertain you a bit then, boss? You and Gil take a break, I'll entertain the missy here. Alright. Ah, Jill, by that I meant take Gil with you. I don't want him humming to the middle of the road and right into a truck's grill. Grilled Gil. Right. Alright, Gil, come with me. Huh? Want one? No thanks, I don't smoke. Alright, I got a text from Alma. Boss, Alma and Gil didn't fuck. Well, that's a bummer. She's sending congratulations your way, though. Tell her I said thanks. I guess. So who was the lucky girl? So it was a guy? I never thought you swung that way. It wasn't a guy. So it was a girl, and you did fuck. I don't feel comfortable talking about that, you know? You don't make things easy for me, though. How so? I mean, you're pretty hard to get close to, you know? You never talk about yourself. You're talkative, so long as it doesn't involve you directly. Teasing you is literally the only way I know to get through to you. You make me sound like some weird loner. You are a weird loner. At least tell me if you enjoyed the night you spent with whoever it was. I did. Good for you. Why are you humming Sunshine Stone so much, though? Well, after that idol girl came yesterday again, I looked up her discography, and I can't stop humming or listening to them. Right. Oh god, you didn't fuck the idol girl, did you? No. Why would that be a problem, though? I don't know. It just feels weird. Well, that's that for the break. Let's go back. Right. Oh, and Gil? Keep in mind what I said about opening up more. I mean it. That way we won't tease you so often. Listening to you say that has to be the weirdest thing I've heard this year. Shut up. I wonder if Alma finds Gil attractive. And that's that. Back. What were you two doing back there? Fucking. Oh, so just chatting then. Holy crap, did you two really fuck? John has the face of a man who fucked to death recently. See, Gil? You're making it too obvious. How? What will you have today? I'll have a gut punch. Coming right... Huh? What? Nothing. Is the world ending? Here. Stop looking at me like that. Sorry. Are you okay? It's weird for you to order something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying out stuff. Did you know Lilim tongues are designed to identify food using the chemical components? Our tongues were designed with the human ones in mind. For example, the first flavors that we detect are sour and bitter, just like you guys. I checked my personal specs, and apparently my sensitivity is set to 1.2235 times. That makes me hate those flavors, because I feel them harder. Why all that exposition? I mean, I'd lie if I said I wasn't interested, but why? Well, after last time, I got curious and started checking how many of my systems worked in detail. For example, the tips of my fingers are so sensitive to vibrations, you could make a seismograph with them. Huh. And checking that, I found that it's all based on how humans work. And that got me thinking about what you said. I mean, for my systems to work, humans had to understand how they work. And after all those discoveries, they're not any more or less artificial. Why should I be? I don't know, looking up all that suddenly made me feel... real. It was the opposite of what I felt last time. I feel like I'm here right now. Glad to hear that. Alrighty then, let's try something sweet now. What's one I haven't served to her before? Maybe a Brandini or a Sparkle Star. I think that's it. Here. Ah, nice. To be honest, it's a bit surreal for me. What? I'm here talking to you, and you're here answering like any human would. You're even expressing happiness. I remember when I was a kid, I usually tried to strike conversations with AIs. But after a bit, they just start looping through their built-in answers, repeating the same things over and over. That always made me crash back into reality. When I think back to that, having such advanced AIs like you right here... like you here right now, rather. It's amazing. I don't know, it makes my inner child happy to see something she always dreamt of. It helps when I feel particularly cynical. Aw, you flatter me. Besides, I've always thought about humans like nature's loam. The method might have been different, but we too evolved from a more simple form ages ago. If Lilum manages to create biological life years from now, it will all have come full circle. So what should I take from this? So what I should take from this is... you love me? Are her eyes doing the heart flash thing? They are. Ah, the tea went cold. Nasty. Oh well. Well, that's the rest of it. I guess if I want to soothe myself now, I just have to drink the honey right out of the bottle. Don't overdo it. Anything else? Let's go with a sugar rush. Okay. Here. Even in doubt, my love for these is real. How romantic. So I take it the solipsist problem got solved? Yep. All the reality crisis started the other day. My guardian... call her Mom, nobody's judging you. Mom decided to meet with the mother of her daughter's girlfriend. It was a very emotional meeting. They both said they felt like they closed a long chapter. I was moved, but that's when it set in. Why was I moved? I never met any of them, so where do these feelings come from? Why do I feel things? Do I really feel them? What tells me somebody else isn't pressing a button to make me feel that? What tells me that I'm in my body? What is real? Boom! No, don't worry, by the way. I'm fine. Thank God. It's unnatural to see you down like that. Man, that Go-Go is a blast. Don't you feel like talking a bit more with Dee Dee? Dee Dee is too much of a prick and Go-Go's tired. Besides, I want to talk with the bartenders. Ah, fuck. Well, I tried, Jill. I'll be in my office. Cute little girl, Lilum. Cam girl. Oh, fiddlesticks. What's your name, girl? I'm Dorothy Hayes, at your service. Do you come here often? Are you hitting on me? Hey Dorothy, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Do you want to participate? Sure, sounds fun. Okay, let's take a recommendation from you. What should I drink next? Try the Sugar Rush. Bartender, a Sugar Rush over here. Bartender! Sorry, what? Sugar Rush, please. Right. Here. Good choice, Dorothy. Yay! So what are you doing in my turf? Streaming Chan? Yes. No, I mean, that's what she calls herself. Man, that's a tacky name. Yeah, but it's my tacky name. Actually, that's not really my name. What's your real name, then? Behind Streaming Chan's awesome mask lies the humble Nicole Chen. Humble? Why not call yourself Streaming Chen? It's funny that you mention it. You see, when I started, I called myself Nico Chen. I changed websites, so the name felt a bit out of place. Thus I became Streaming Chen. Everyone nicknamed me Streaming Chan, though, so I just went along with it. Oh yeah, I get it. At one point I was going to call myself Dolores Hayes, but then I realized the name was as subtle as a brick to the face. Well yeah, I mean, that's her whole thing. That's why the text goes on screen too. Anyway, I'm here because the last time I came I ended up with greater viewer numbers than usual. And So I wanted to treat my loyal audience again. Ooh, I see. Well, you came to the right place, especially if you're looking for some comfy fun. Honey here might seem harsh, but you just need to crack her shell. Shut up. See, you just need to see the right thing at the right time and she becomes a sweetheart. Quiet, you. Don't play hard to get, you know it's true. Hey, Stream Girl. That's me. I'll regret asking this, but don't you have a sponsor? It's weird that it's been this long without some advertisement. I have, but you see, the contract with them expired, so Marvin, the business guy or whatever, had to make a new one. He was gonna send the draft to his lawyer as it had a couple of additions, but, let's say he got too excited with my VR model and the contract became unreadable. Oh, so he used the contract to, yeah, he cut it into a pair of panties and rubbed it vigorously on his penis. I mean, you'd expect certain principles to be upheld, even in the adult VR industry. I reported him, and he got fired, but now they're looking for a new business person thing. Honestly, I think the paper cuts all over his dick are punishment enough. But I mean, why the contract? I don't mind it if he jacked off to an image of me, but the contract? That's money that you're soiling right there. I would have gone back on the deal were it not for the owner paying me a visit and apologizing profusely. Some people, seriously. Ah, dick paper cuts. I've done enough crazed teacher fantasy to know how they can be a problem. I don't think you need to have experience to understand that. That said, Gil's been grimacing for a full minute now. Don't mind me. Huh. But you know, I like you, Dorothy. Why don't we celebrate with beers? My treat. Alright. 2 big beers, honey. Here. Cheers. Cheers. Alright, I'm not feeling my tongue or my feet. Time to get lewd. Did I hear lewd? Do you have any stories? This will be a treat for non-premium users. I once met a guy that insisted on doing it in a jacuzzi. He didn't mind being in premium time, so I started setting up the cameras. And man, was it a challenge. I wasn't just gonna stream over the water, I wanted some underwater action too. What did you do with the bubbles and all? That was the least of the problems, we just turned the jets off. But not only did I have to make a makeshift underwater cover, I also had to keep in mind the heat. Heat isn't good with cameras. Did you try chilling the cam a bit, putting it in the bag with some filling? We made something more convoluted. We took a small cooler, opened a hole for the lens, and sealed it with plastic. I made sure things looked good through the cam, and started recording. Threw in some cooling packs and sealed the fuck out of the cooler. Did it need any weight? Yep, luckily the guy was into bodybuilding, so we used some old dumbbells. He was also ripped as fuck, but that's another story. It was all a success, but it's also the last time I have sex on a jacuzzi. Blood rushing, hot water, I felt like I was dying midway through it. Thank God he decided to resume the action out of the water midway through it, or I would have surely died. At least the guy didn't burn himself. What do you mean? Last time I had sex on a jacuzzi, my body got so hot the guy almost burned his dick. I considered investing in a cooling system, but it's so situational and expensive that I'll have to pass. Besides, this cooling systems require too much maintenance. Wait, I think I should leave, but care to join me in escapades for the rest of the night? Can I plug my services at the end of the night? Sure. Then count me in, I've got the perfect stories. Let us be on our way then. Goodbye, bartender. Bye, honey. Well, let's start the story. You see, there was this Mega Santa. Wait, seriously? They left. A pair made in hell. At least they look like they're having fun. That method of filming underwater sounds convoluted as fuck, though. But I guess it's hard to keep a cool head when you're horny. We're done, boss. Man, don't you just feel great? Were we in the same place? Here, Jill. What's this? A bonus. Today I got a taste of the kind of clients you deal with, and... keep it up! Well, tomorrow's the big day, so get ready. That goes for both of you. Happy New Year. May all your wishes come true in a new bountiful year filled with health and joy. Well, let's see. Gil is in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. They only agreed to work on New Year's if I went to pick it up myself. Are you alright? I'm scared. Gabby will show up any minute. Relax, everything will be alright, I can assure you of that. Drink something, maybe that'll cheer you up. Maybe. I'll leave you for a bit, but keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug. Does that work? A hug? A big one, a reward for after everything's said and done. Gotta go, you can do it. Right. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years, now it's time to face it head on. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything will be better after I talk to Gabby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay. Hello? Gabby. Come in. Excuse me. Welcome to Valhalla. Hey! You talk first. No, well... Some days ago, I got a letter. And even odder than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I've heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I never opened it. At least not until now. Huh? I figured I should read it with you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's read it. Alright then. Sorry. Just that? Yep. Isn't there anything else in the letter? Maybe on the back? This is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. And after all those worries, after all those problems, after all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter. A fucking letter, of all things. And she just says sorry? Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Haha, now I'm fucking pissed. Are you laughing? Sorry, I just... I remember all the times my sis provoked you that way. Like that time she gave you chocolates labeled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day? And you were pissed about the lack of a 3. Or that time when you left an unopened beer bottle on the table, and she sneakily opened it and took a sip? She didn't tell you she did it, and you were confused all day long. She always bragged she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter was supposed to piss me off like that, I guess she had all the rights to brag. Maybe she was being sincere, though. She did express to me that she was sorry on more than one occasion. She did, huh? You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right? In her heart, yeah. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or replace the part and call it a day, but organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejections. Not to mention artificial hearts and genetic treatments were out of the question. Yep. Thing is, apparently she suffered that since she was 18, but kept it a secret from everyone. Why? Hell if I know. I was angry to learn that she hid it. Why didn't she tell me? Was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What was it? Wait, how did she live so normally then? She had to use a serum, shots near her heart every 3 days. Apparently the serum burns like hell. The shot even left a nasty mark where she had to apply them. So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark? And the rejection was what ended up killing her? The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her. But they couldn't find what made her so vulnerable. Doctor said she might have missed a shot, or the shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere, or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack, and the rejection acted afterwards, they don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe if she had told me about it, I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of just dying in her sleep. Thinking about what-ifs won't bring her back. Huh? I spent so much time hammering myself with what-ifs after you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I just swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I had apologized earlier? Or what if I had given a chance to the Research Institute thing back then? And the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive, you're here. I can make amends with you, but I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I can't apologize to you right now. Jill. Lenore, she's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years. She didn't have to face it alone, though. If she only... So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we are to honor her, we'll do it together. Together. Lenore was a fun-loving person. The best we can do right now is try to lighten up, even if it's only for a moment. I need to ask, though, did she really start to complain about chest pains shortly after I left? No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything was actually too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes way back before you left. Back then we thought it was just acid reflux or something. Gods, I even blamed her death on you. I was just too angry back then. Part of me wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry too, you know. We both have things to apologize for. Don't think too much about it. I should have been mature and not shout at you either, so... Let's just call that water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. So how did you find me, exactly? Huh? Well, have you heard of a message board called Danger/You? I have, yeah. Well, truth is that I visit it from time to time, and the other day I read a thread that discussed the bar. And the description of the bartender sounded just like you. Are you mad? No, not mad, more like dumbfounded. Hey Jill, can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well... Back then, I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting my studies, I would have quit right then and there. And then after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me and my future, but I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. Like she was forcing that burden on me. And then my became our future. And she started talking about marriage. You were going to get married? I don't think we ever took it seriously. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. But the thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her, but I don't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was partly because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best intentions, she could be abrasive from time to time. And it rained down on me at that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we'd gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it thinking it was the best for me, but what about my freedom, my say on the matter? So that's where you stopped loving Lenore? No! I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurts so much. But you have to understand. I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job that I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted to break from everything for a while, to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself, think carefully about what to do next. I can understand. I've sometimes felt the same, although I'm not even in college yet. So that's what led you to fighting, huh? You know, the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it, tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take the offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. It could have been avoided if I had just kept a cool head and talked about that with her. My sister said something like that. Huh? I told you she mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but instead I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. It was her offer, not mine. Should have stopped projecting myself so much into her. Something like that. Lenore. We are quite the hotheads, you, me, my sis. You were supposed to be the mature one, you know. Play your role correctly. But why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did the break include us, too? No, it's just... Remember when your sister was giving a class and you broke a window? How you didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded? But my sister wouldn't have scolded you. But I was afraid, dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then, and I was like 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. And in perspective, no matter what reason I come up with, it'll never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know? Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her, ever again, and it feels bad because it's stupid. I swear, you and my sis were meant for one another. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, berating myself over these past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much, though. We were together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so... quiet now. She was an amazing person. Yeah, she was an amazing person. Huh? Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long. She told you that all the time. Same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally. Hey, I was 8 back then. So let's have a toast in her honor, shall we? A toast? Yeah, let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry, trust me. Grab this for a sec. Okay. Ahem. Lenore, I know you're watching from the beyond right now, as I give a drink to your little sister. It's obvious to me that we both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at the very least make you rest easier. So know that I'll look out for Gabby in your absence. I'll make sure Gabby grows into a fine woman, just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll I'll be sure the little brat doesn't face the same problem you and I had. Hey! Wanna add anything? I'll always miss her. Don't say it to me, say it to her. That's a bit... Come on, just this once. I'll always miss you, sis. Sis, you idiot! Why did you keep that secret for so long? Idiot! Idiot! I always told you everything. Wasn't I enough? You idiotic idiot! Ah! Hey Jill, promise me you won't be like that knucklehead. That you won't keep stuff like that to yourself. Only if you promise the same to me. And promise me we won't fight. I can't do that. Huh? You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later we'll clash on some opinion. But what I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it, you've been more mature than I have. Hey, did you mean what you said? That you'll look after me? I'll always be here for you, Gabby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but I wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone. Jill. Hey, wasn't this a toast? Right. For Lenore, faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers! So, about this drink. Can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. It's not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. You might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now. Right. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you beer once as a prank? Oh yeah, that. It was April Fool's. I should have known better when she offered me apple soda. I put bubblegum on the soles of all her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny, and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. Yeah, but did you know you got my drink that time? Huh? She gave me a beer and it turned out to be apple soda. Oh. Did you get back at her? Well, I did hide all the dildos in the house that night, only to find out that she knew how to use a cucumber. And as a follow-up, she used that same cucumber in a salad days later. She said, "So do you like eating me for lunch?" Jill, I'll tell you when you're older. Or never. Hey Gabby, do your parents know you're here? They think I'm at Claire's, actually. Who? Oh, she's my best friend at school. And this Clary knows you're using her as an excuse, right? Of course, how would she cover for me otherwise? True. Will you go to her house afterwards? To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Clary doesn't live close, so... Well, it can't be helped. I live nearby, and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight? Are you sure? I don't live in a mansion, but I'd say it's comfy enough. At least to spend the night. Sure, I'd love to stay with you. Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yeah, he opened a second branch last year. So he's looking to expand? I think he's got into a partnership with a friend in the Motor District. The guy saw an opportunity after realizing Motor District has almost no bakeries. I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, "I knew it! I fucking knew you were a lesbian! Mark one for daddy!" I think he had this bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sister was 12 years old or so. Dad said sis was into girls. The acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge. It's even labeled Sweet Victory. Your mom and Lenore never made up, did they? I guess that one wasn't as simple as the said one too many things argument. Mom was always obsessed with high society, and in her circle of friends a lesbian daughter was a no-no. I'm still on my sister's side for that one, though. Mom didn't reject her because she herself was homophobic, she did it because her friends were. My mom, the opinion of her circle of friends was worth more than her own daughter. How did she react to her death? Dunno. Mom and Dad broke up 2 years ago. They did? They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I haven't seen her since August, I think. Did you two fight too? No, she just hasn't shown up. You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there. A bit, but I'm not alone anymore, thanks to you. Huh, I thought there was gonna be a party here. Alma, over here. Party? A small New Year celebration. Want to stay for it? I don't want a kid to burden. Don't worry, you won't. You only get cola for the night, though. No alcohol. It'll give us time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me. Great. Hey, Alma, come here. There's someone I want to introduce to you. Did you have fun? Yep, I also got to meet a cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you, though? She's that kind of person. Now let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. You're right. Good night, Jill. We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night. Two months later. Or 1 month later, I guess. This is good. Really good. You have no idea how long I've wanted some curry. I remember I meant to eat some, but then I had to pay for some drinks I spilled on the floor. That screwed up my budget. It's the least I can do after being such an obnoxious client. Yeah, about that. Mind if I ask something, Mr. Timothy Mercury? So you know? It's a small city. Turns out two very grateful girls soon became regulars, and both of them were related to you. So what's your question, bartender? Call me Jill. Two questions, actually. The first one is, why did they brand you as a traitor? Because you killed the other guy? I don't know. It sounds weird considering the other guy assaulted two little girls. It was a cover-up. The guy was my superior. A high-ranking officer like him assaulting innocent civilians? That would be unthinkable. On paper, at least. On record, I hurt the girls and killed him before another unit subdued me. Then I escaped from their custody. In reality... That's all I needed to know. Sorry for bringing it up. Did you have another question? Yeah. How did you build this restaurant so fast? It's a small city. Turns out two very grateful girls tracked me down to thank me. One of them was rich, and the other noticed I smelled like curry. Those two are really nice girls, huh? They didn't deserve what that bastard did to them. Excuse me. Oh, speaking of the angels. Kimmy, 2 special curries, please. Oh, hi, Jill. Oh god, I can't believe I'm actually here. The concert will begin any second now. I'm not making that noise with my throat all fucked up. Wow, I've never seen her so openly excited before. Don't talk too loudly or you'll startle her. It's always nice to see her so happy. She doesn't give a damn and lets herself go. You don't mind me? Of course not. That way I won't be the only one with a little clue as to what's going on. Is it true that you served this Kiramiki girl at the bar? As amazing as it sounds, really nice girl. A bit oblivious to the risks some people represent. How so? She doesn't mind stalkers and such. Oh. How's your wounds? Arm's doing fine, eyes healing nicely, and I can sleep better at night. Just what transpired inside the bank. It's not important anymore. What's important is that Stella will get me a job after I heal. She will? She's rebuilding a new armor set for me and wants me to be her bodyguard. I'd be paid for something I do anyways, and I'll get to spend more time with her. That's nice. I'd like to spread out and help more people, but it's a nice start. You want to be a vigilante then? Maybe. She's coming out, it's her, it's actually her! Look, it started. Are you here, Jill? This song is for you. What? I can't believe you actually made me do that sleepover thing. You didn't have to accept, you know. Shut up. I'm having a good time. See? Even Gabby is having fun. Relax a bit. Yeah, whatever. You know, Alma, you remind me a bit of my sis. I do? How? You always manage to get a reaction from Jill. Sis always said that Jill acknowledging your presence is the best way to know she likes you. You're talking too much, Gabby. Aww. It's different with you, though. With my sis, Jill was more frustrated. Like this one time where she bought her a shirt that You're talking too much, little girl. A shirt that what? That had a pic of a cucumber on it. Cucumber? Ow! What are you doing with my hair? Sorry, it got stuck in one of my fingers. Seriously? So I'm a bit like Lenore, then. No, you just remind me of her a bit. Moreover, my sister wasn't as ass. What this girl is trying to say that with your tits and ass you could build a Lenore and a half out of the mass. That just means there's enough to share with both of you. Share? You're talking too much, Alma. So yeah, the guy had a fantasy about a woman castrating him. I tried for an hour to convince him it's a bad idea, and I finally got to him. We finally moved to the bedroom, and it turns out the guy has a weird implant where his testicles should be. It's basically a removable ball sack. I suppose the guy really liked that fantasy and made sure he could live it out properly. I once saw a guy at the hospital in the emergency room after having been castrated to fulfill a fantasy. I wonder if it's the same guy. I have enough problems with just one, you know? Just one what? With just listening to one of your anecdotes. You told me about the Neo-Tijuana thing, and now this. Don't you have a more subdued story? Come on, Joe, you're an adult. You can take that much. Shut up. Well, last time I spoke with my mom, I asked her the story of her daughter. Turns out her name was Anna. Huh. Now you pretend it's a surprise. Quiet, you. She fought against nanomachine rejection for most of her life. She even lost a girlfriend she made in the hospital to that same sickness. Apparently, sometime after she got out of treatment, a truck hit her and killed her. But even then, she was amazing. She was? Huh? Yeah, she kept up her studies while still in the hospital. She was a self-taught honors student. Not only that, but she also ranked among the top 5 candidates in at least 3 college admission exams. She also played the piano and guitar. Well, being confined to a room does that, I guess. I mean, fully able-bodied people can barely do half of that. But she practically accomplished all that by herself. And she also beat nanomachine rejection, a disease that only like 2% of humans suffer, and even less survive. It took a trucking truck to take her down. She was great. And to think I sort of like her sister. Silly Becky. Honey, did you say something? I didn't. Weird. I swear I heard somebody call me Silly Becky. Come again? It's not uncommon for me to hear stuff from far away and think I've heard it nearby, but... You're the only one nearby that knows my real name, so it was weird. Oh well, as I was saying, the ballsack guy. I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to this city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. I really want to thank you, Chief, for the second chance you gave me. If we ever cross paths again, Gil, we're leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic. But and you're taking care of my apartment. We will cross paths, because I live there. The time you spent setting up a useless farewell could be used asking me things about the place. Like where the switches and valves are. But I already know. They're in that control panel you made. But I like talking about the control panel. I'm proud of it. Speaking of obsessive likes... Jill, stop calling Armitage. She'll take care of your 4-ball just fine. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about me. I've never been away from 4 this long. I don't know what I'll do. You'll do just fine. You did pretty well for at least 25 years before finding him. Yeah, but... We're leaving. Oh yeah, before I forget. I left you a box of condoms on the first drawer of the desk, Gil. You what? You what? Hey, if he wants to bring his new girlfriend or whatever here, I want him to be ready. Oh, but just one condition. If you're gonna fuck like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have too many pics of my Emoto there, and I don't want their eyes soiled. What? Little sister. Then just say little sister. Yeah, whatever. First stop, Panama. Alright, chat. That's Valhalla. I thought we would have to go over, but we're actually early. I guess part 3 is just shorter than the other ones. Oh well. Let's see. I guess you guys haven't seen the opening crawl before. Goodbye, Miss Bartender. Alright, so Kate's still going with Chicory, so I'm gonna go ahead and raid her. Have a good night, everybody, and Merry Christmas.